owns like 25.
This is what, obviously, you can't do it.
No, he was.
Lie. Another, back in the day, I didn't just stop mentioning I was an immigrant. I mean, that's pretty fucking common knowledge.
I just watch your takes on gaming, but it's okay.
Yeah, the rage baiting you claim. Do you have any example of that? It's been a few days. You play video games all day. You should be able to dig something out.
No.
So, what is the next goal for you here? What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna fucking figure out how to get your shit together as a person?
Probably not.
No, you should though. Why? This is a great. Listen, you might be at the bottom of the barrel. Let me talk. You might be at the bottom of the barrel right now, but this is a great reset in your fucking life. Because you're on ground zero.
Because I'm going to have liar written across my face. That'll really help me get a day job, y'all.
I would not let you do it on your forehead. Your cheek, like underneath an eye or something. Forehead's too much.
It's still going to make it real hard to get a day job, but let's go.
Well, you're not going to get a day job.
You're not planning to get a day job, though. What do you mean now? Now you're going to look for a gig?
The whole cancer thing on the internet, by the way, eliminates your ability to get the day job.
Isn't that what you guys have been screaming at me for years? Oh, it was done years ago.
You're just manipulating us now. You're manipulating us right now by saying you're never going to be able to get a job. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You did a whole documentary where you can't get a job because you're a fucking felon, because you're fat, and because you're fucking crippled. Stop manipulating us. We know you can't get a job. This is your only chance, and you're going to fucking take it. You're going to take it, and you're going to win. You're actually going to fucking thrive like you've been thriving for the last fucking 20 years. But this time you're going to do it under fucking honesty and not lies and manipulation. And, hey guys, I'm the Mr. Rogers of fucking YouTube and I love you so much. No, you're going to be fucking real for once in your fucking life, and you're going to fucking win. No more fucking L's. You're going to stack the W's so fucking high that people forget all these fucking L's that have laid to your fucking face over the last fucking decade. Do you understand me? Get motivated. Do something. You lost 24 fucking pounds, and all you can think about in your fat head is how you're gonna gain the weight back instead of being fucking grateful and excited looking at the fucking future. We're gonna fucking lose more. Oh my God, I don't have the drug more. You've never needed the drug. You've never needed crutches. You've had the power within you to fucking succeed from the very beginning. Your fat fucking disabled ass became a fucking millionaire. Did you forget about that? On YouTube for a decade.
I was never a millionaire.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were worth over $1 million. Your entire net worth. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Are you dissociating like for the last few days?
Yes, obviously.
How do you know you're dissociating? People are dissociating. You have no idea they're.
Yes, I have to.
Comic Sans, size 72.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
72.
Anything he suggests, I will not do. To be very clear, he's not.
Why are you so mad at me? What did I do? I'm not Jackson Clark.
I don't care about Jackson Clark. I just don't like you, friend.
But listen, Boogie. Muto's actually a good guy. He's just been calling you on some of the manipulation throughout the years. Come on.
I disagree, but it's okay.
Where do you think Muto's been unfair? Can you just bring up a few points without yelling and screaming?
No.
Okay. Well,
let me make a point. Let me make the point to Boogie that he's not thinking about. That $2,000 that he was disrespecting, that Keemstar kept giving him every month, because I guess that's too little of money. Mutar helped facilitate that to happen, and he did that because he wants to see you succeed.
Good. It doesn't, like, listen, Curry didn't do anything to me. Fucking hot chips didn't do anything to me. I just don't like them. It's okay if I don't like something. Sometimes you just don't like something, and that's okay.
You just don't like me because I'm fucking looking through you like X-ray.
There's a lot of other.
Why did you mention curry?
I know. Are you racist? Why'd you mention curry?
There's very few foods I don't like. They tend to be spicy, so curry's the first one to pop into my mind. I also mentioned hot chips. Are Indians famous for their hot chips? If so, I didn't know that. It's just a food. It's just a food I don't like.
Why are you equating me to food? Do you do that with everything? It's not a food.
When Boogie came over here, he was asking me about spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna. Pizza.
Sometimes you just don't like
Enough
him.
walking for today.
I'm sure
Look, he's an amazing person.
I'm sure Mudahar and his family love him.
Oh yeah, me and my silver spoon in my mouth, right? That's what you keep bringing up every time we talk.
I think you were born wealthy, weren't you? If I'm not mistaken.
No, actually, I'm an immigrant.
Oh, that's
You would
awesome.
know that if you actually watched my content.
We came
Yeah, I don't
all
really.
this way to
I
look
used
at
to
a
back in the
big
day, but I
hole in the
never
earth.
watched any.
Another lie. Another, back in the day, I didn't just stop mentioning I was an immigrant. That's pretty fucking
I don't know.
common knowledge.
I just watch your takes on gaming. It's okay.
Yeah, the rage baiting you play. Do you have any example of that? It's been a few days. You play video games all day. You should be able to dig something out.
Not keep on calling each other.
So, what is the next goal for you here? What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna fucking figure out how to get your shit together as a person?
Probably.
If a
No,
guy
you
that
should
big is
though.
scared,
Why?
what is
This is
that
a great. Listen, this you might be at the bottom of the barrel. Let me talk. You might be at the bottom of the barrel right now, but this is a great reset in your fucking life
Way to go,
because you're on ground zero.
I'm gonna have liar written across my face. That'll really help me get a day job. y'all.
I would not let you do it on your forehead. Your cheek, like underneath an eye or something. Forehead's too much.
It's still gonna make it real hard to get a day job, but let's go.
Well, you're not going to get a day
You're
job.
not
Let's be
planning to get
real.
a day job though. What do you mean now you're gonna look for a gig?
The whole cancer thing on the internet, by the
Isn't
way,
that what you
eliminates
guys-
your ability to get the day job.
Isn't that what you guys have been screaming at me for years? Oh, it was done years ago.
What?
Manipulating us now. You're manipulating us right now by saying you're never going to be able to get a job. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You did a whole documentary where you can't get a job because you're a fucking felon, because you're fat, and because you're fucking crippled. Stop manipulating us. We know you can't get a job. This is your only chance, and you're going to fucking take it. You're going to take it, and you're going to win. You're actually going to fucking thrive like you've been thriving for the last fucking 20 years. But this time you're going to do it under fucking honesty and not lies and manipulation. Hey guys, I'm the Mr. Rogers of fucking YouTube and I love you so much. No, you're going to be fucking real for once in your fucking life and you're going to fucking win. No more fucking L's. You're going to stack the W's so fucking high that people forget all these fucking L's that have laid to your fucking face over the last fucking decade. Do you understand me? Get motivated. Do something. You lost 24 fucking pounds and all you can think about in your fat head is how you're gonna gain the weight back instead of being fucking grateful and excited looking at the fucking future. We're gonna fucking lose more. Oh my God, I don't have the drug more. You've never needed the drug. You've never needed crutches. You've had the power within you to fucking succeed from the very beginning. Your fat fucking disabled ass became a fucking millionaire. Did you forget about that? On YouTube for a decade.
never a millionaire. I was
Yes,
never a
you
millionaire.
were. Yes,
No,
you
I
were
wasn't.
worth over $1 million.
My net
Your
worth- my
entire
net worth was
Yes,
never
it
worth
was.
$1
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Are you dissociating like for the last few days?
Yes.
How do you know you're dissociating? People are dissociating. You have no idea they're dissociating. How do you diagnose yourself with this kind of stuff on a fly?
I don't know, from therapists and therapy. We were talking
Yeah,
about
but a therapist will tell you you're not even dissociating. You just keep bringing up random shit all the time.
Okay.
When in reality, why aren't you live stream? Why aren't you making fucking content? Is it because Keem and you have a special deal or something where he said you can't do it?
No, he wasn't making it before that, Muta. But you're right. He is banned from the internet as part of his punishment of social media. But he wasn't making content before that.
Yeah. Why didn't you make any content or live stream beforehand?
I did. I made 2 videos a week on my YouTube
2
channel.
videos a week doesn't do fuck all. Why aren't you doing a daily upload or 2 uploads a day?
I don't know.
YouTube isn't my job, yet I still fucking actually upload every day. How the fuck are you not
used
doing
to
it?
collect
This is your job, yet you do it 2
Nothing
times a week.
serious. Just a hobby.
I was doing
No,
this
not
3
yeah. What are you
I was
doing? Like,
I was
why?
doing this 3 days a week as well. So.
No. Let's explain the fucking effort to the audience. He has to show his ass up, hit fucking record, and upload a file somewhere.
if a
That's
guy
not
that
fucking
big is
work,
scared,
okay? That's just showing up to a podcast. That's me going to a fucking meeting every day at work and just saying, all right, that's me fucking. What a hard thing for me to do. No, I got to do several of these podcasts every fucking day of my life. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Why aren't you uploading content?
I'm so sick of seeing you get fucking angry about losing. Getting angry about losing, but you're not angry. You're not getting angry about fucking winning. You should be angry about winning. I'm gonna fucking win. I'm gonna succeed. Like, where's that? Why can't you just make that shift?
no.
It's so simple. You got a fucking house. You got a house. You got a fucking girlfriend. You got dogs. You got all these people that love you and care about you. Who cares that the whole internet is screaming, oh my God, he faked cancer? Because at the end of the day, you fucking did. Own it. Man the fuck up.
After the whole like cancer fucking first drop happened and you went off the internet for like 72 hours, what did you do for those 3 days? What were you doing?
I sat in the chair.
What was
What did you do in that chair? What were you doing in that chair? Were you playing video games?
Sometimes I watch the TV show.
No, you were playing video games most of the time. Because I pulled up your fucking Xbox Live profile and you were playing fucking Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So why the fuck didn't you just stream that shit?
Me and Desi play that off and on all day. She's really good at it.
How the fuck are you both playing? It's a one game. Were you switching off the controller or something? Okay, then why the fuck don't you stream it? I don't understand.
Because number one, I have no desire to right now. Number two, I was told
But you need to make the money. You want to keep your house, right?
I was told I can't.
Not at that point. Not at that point. No.
When this first thing dropped, as far as I knew, he told me to stay entirely off the internet. I put out one tweet after that first show, and he told me that was it. I'm not allowed to do anything else.
So wait, hold on a minute. When you when the first whole wave happened and you left the internet and privated your account, that was actually Keem telling you to private everything?
Say no to a bottle of
I privated it on my own. Yeah, I thought it was a really good
I'm
idea.
saying during that period, you were just sitting there playing video games. Why didn't you just stream?
I mean, I also went to the doctor's appointment.
Can we just wait? Can we be real about this? Because like the timeline's getting all fucked up. When's the last time you actually streamed? Like months and months and months ago. Let's be real. Months ago.
No, it was less than 3 weeks before all of this stuff started.
Yeah, he streamed right before the
3 weeks before this started.
About a week before we started. But to be fair, I only live stream about once or twice a month.
It's like 95%.
See, told you he wasn't live streaming once or twice a month.
It's very.
Do you not have mods? Like I have a much more toxic fan base than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, but the problem is internally, it's just very difficult. I have said some very stupid things on live stream, and after I compared the people who are harassing me to rapists and Nazis, since then I've never really been able to come back.
Bro, you faked cancer. Nothing you say in a live stream is ever going to top that. You might as well just fucking stream. What?
Okay.
This is what,
I just want to say, somebody in the chat keeps on like spamming over and over. Keem is using him for views. No shit. This is Lol Call Live. Welcome to the first time here. Oh wait, you're a fucking member, so you already know that. Congrats.
I wonder who left this perfectly good booze here anyway.
I just don't see how Boogie can not like live stream. Like I'm a fat waste of space myself, and I ain't managed to live
Because I
stream
despise
5
it,
days a
because
week.
I hate it, because it is extremely.
Hey, too, motherfucker. You know what I hate less though? Not being able to eat, not being able to see because the lights are turned out. I don't even have a house paid. My house is paid for.
Don't you have that 20-year-old girl to fucking support your fucking roommate and you're not working?
I mean, both my roommates kick in, and I told you this several times. And then
Wait, Chad pays the rent for the place now? I thought he was just doing housework.
no, he kicks in. He saves us a tremendous amount.
Be careful what you put in your body.
What does that mean? Like he pays his mortgage off, or like
Well,
what?
he does pay some of the bills sometimes. But on top of that, he does all of the yard work and all of the housework and all of the handyman stuff that I otherwise would have to hire somebody to do. And so at the end of the day, he saves us a tremendous amount of money and also pays bills.
Okay, so why aren't you still? Do you want to keep your house? Like I want to be like upfront. Or you want to keep the house?
I don't really care.
So then fucking sell the house, move downtown.
We're working on it. I got to offer my arcade machines and the Sonic 2000. That's the first step. Magic Collection's getting picked up this week, so that's good.
But you wanted to keep the house like 6 months ago to do a good fucking deal or some shit.
I did. And the money that I make is going to go towards keeping this house for as long as we can, because it's just a financially sound investment. Because I'm at 7 years.
You know what keeps this house?
Let me finish a sentence, if that's okay. I'm 7 years. Well, if it's okay, I'm 7 years into a 15-year mortgage now, so I'm gaining a large amount of equity every month. I believe it's about $700 out of a $2,100 mortgage. and then I have somebody helping kick in, I have somebody helping pay some bills. So realistically, when I go back to renting for $1,400 a month, but we have actually, I'm excited.
Sick of feeling like this fucking mortgage that you clearly can pay every month. There is no fucking issue. You're just making up problems. You're making up
The
problems.
exciting thing is, me and Desi have pickups, and I'm very excited to announce this.
The exciting thing is you're a baby.
No, we are moving to Branson. Branson is a city that I love very, very
Well,
much.
you just like tell
Dox
people to make
yourself.
city.
You just
Yeah,
dox
boy.
yourself.
Now you know where to find me. Now you know where to dox.
They'll figure it out when I film from Branson all the time. That's the whole reason.
What do you don't go outside to film.
That's the whole. No, I'm going to film in the city of Branson all the time. I'm going to be a Branson YouTuber.
Okay, but you're in your house. Right now, which city do you think I'm in?
Well, I'm in Fayetteville, Arkansas. You
Oh,
can
which
Google
city
my
do you
home
think
address.
I'm in? Which city do you think I'm in right
I
now?
don't know or care anything.
I could be at my house in LA. I could be at my house here in Toronto. I could be at my house in
Well, most
Tokyo.
of us only own one house.
People don't fucking know. What
Most
does
of
that
us only
mean?
own one house. Most of us only own one
The point
house.
I'm making is if you sit in your house and record, I
don't
could think
know.
you have a fucking moon and recording right now. You make these problems
Well,
for
no,
yourself.
I'm just trying to explain. It's something very positive. You guys keep telling me to get excited about something, and I'm explaining to you that when we sell this house, we're going to move to
Or
Branson.
whatever. You're going to Branson. Cool.
It's
Misery.
closer to her family, which is awesome. That means
When
less
you go to
driving for
Branson, are you
her.
going to rent an apartment or are you going to buy a house?
Well, we really haven't looked. I haven't
Sounded
really
like a
looked that far.
politician. He goes, "It's closer to her family."
Yep.
Dude, I was reading
On
on
top of that,
that.
I
Family's
have
fucked up.
Oh, I don't know. We're not going to dox her if that's okay. I appreciate that.
I'm not doxing. I'm just looking at public court records, bro. That's
Well,
fucking weird.
let's not talk about it.
Let's take it off the topic. Are you renting or are you going to buy a house?
I don't know. We haven't thought that far ahead.
There's really no
You haven't
point
thought that
holding
far
this.
ahead, but you're excited about this Branson move.
Yes.
You know, selling
It's
a house
something
and moving and uprooting your life is one of the major
Something
choices in life.
Something that gives me
Why'd you
hope.
make us
And
wait
it's
so
exciting because
long?
I have friends up there. Chris,
What do you need hope for?
do what?
What do you need hope for? You just
I don't know,
sat
you
here
guys
for like
keep-
2
you
fucking
guys-
days telling me you're going to kill yourself.
You guys just screamed at me to find hope.
am I
I'm
supposed to
trying
do?
Nobody has screamed at you.
You find
Well,
hope like
I
that.
thought Keemstar screamed really loud for about 5 minutes there, but okay. I might be mistaken.
You're
Play
right
this
about
right.
that.
We'll all be sitting on
I
big
might be
piles
mistaken. It's okay.
of cash.
So all of
I
this,
just
like,
want-
wait, hold on. Last night-
Muta, what were you talking about with Desi's family? What are you talking about?
Well, it turns out he's like real dad apparently was a former meth manufacturer.
What?
I don't know anything about the real dad, but that sounds possible, yeah.
That dad also has a fuck ton of charges too, bro. Like fucking has names with the law.
Well, I
And you're
got
telling me you're going and spending a happy Christmas with them? Like with that family?
Listen, have you met my family? You should talk to my brother.
Is your
My
family fucking point is, are you really want to bring her closer to that family environment? Wouldn't you consider her being a way safer then?
She was just there for the last 3 days.
Yeah,
they were
Thanksgiving
okay
is
with
the
that?
celebratory Marlboro cigarette.
Look, man, I
These
grew up.
decisions
look,
you make
look, I
weird
grew
me
up.
out.
I grew
Because,
up.
like, if you care about this girl, why are you sending her back to a place which obviously any normal party would think, bro, it's probably better to get somebody out of that situation.
I've actually stayed at their house. I've actually met stepdad. I've actually met the mother. You
The
are
stepdad
correct.
who's younger than you?
No, he's older. You got that wrong.
Do you think it's a good idea to have
Oh,
Desi?
sorry, no, wait, yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
it's a good idea to have Desi with him right now with the yelling and screaming, all this crazy stuff? That's what I keep saying to Boogie.
Yelling and screaming last night. Just think about what he said in the last 5 minutes. You gotta pick on that real quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Last night, I don't know, Keem, last night he was screaming at you. Screaming at the cops allegedly. I don't fucking know how it went.
Well,
Today's
those
like,
things don't
well,
give
me
a
and
fuck.
Desi were thinking of moving to Branson, okay, or whatever the fuck. So he had a whole plan of what he was going to do in the future, this positive plan. So
Well,
all
no,
day yesterday, you were
Actually, we
threatening-
made that plan last night, dipshit.
So
But
you made a
okay.
whole plan to move to
made that
Branson
plan
last
last
night.
But my point is, if you care about your, let me, just please,
Go ahead,
if you
sorry.
care about your girlfriend, you can't be having these outlandish fucking freakouts. You can't.
Well, you know, Desi is also a victim of child abuse, and sometimes she loses her temper as well.
Surprise,
Sometimes.
surprise! You shocked me with that with the meth daddy. Like, what the fuck? Listen,
Well,
you-
the myth, like, if we're getting into her family history, I'll go ahead and spoil it. Her and the dad have barely talked. The mother got her away from him as soon as humanly possible.
saying is you
It's not
can't
done
be
yet.
doing the yelling and
He
screaming.
signed away. I understand, but if we're going to get into it from Mutar, he signed away his rights almost immediately, and she fought for that to get her away, get him away from it. Oh, he's already talking about it, Desi. I know. I begged him not to. Don't worry, Desi. I begged him not to. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
You begged me not to? You didn't
Yes,
beg me.
I literally-
You
yes, I
begged
did.
us
I
not
said,
to
please
mention
don't.
your abuse.
I literally said, please don't.
Nobody went there.
I said, let's
Unless you
not
wanna
get,
go there.
I said, let's not get into her family history.
That wasn't begging you. You were more worried about yourself.
Would you fight Mutahar for some real money, Boogie?
Let him talk. Boogie's going through some.
We're unstoppable when we got this going
She's
on.
pretty mad at you.
Slap that look off your face.
This is something she has adamantly asked me to not talk about, but Mutahar doesn't care. I asked Mutahar not to talk about it as well, and he said, fuck you.
Keem was the one that bringing it up. I'm just playing along with it.
I'm still here, not sure what happened.
No, you brought it up. You brought it up. You said you looked into her family, and then Keem asked you what you looked up. No, you brought it up.
Second thought.
Yeah.
I'll take
Well,
this.
I don't give a fuck.
This clicking would
We'll make
stop
this
if I could
situation.
switch weapons.
What number? 4?
Money
I'm
wise.
never fighting anybody ever again.
30 grand?
You know what? To get into fine. All right. What is your plan now that you're going to be a YouTuber after you figured it out last night? How do we get you back your money up, your life up, everything around?
Well,
I think actually what Keem said in the beginning was great.
Actually, hold on. Here's
just
the current.
let me finish.
Maybe I should
Okay.
swap
I
to my
think what Keem
secondary.
said in the beginning was great. If you get everything out in the air right now, you basically start branding. That's a great thing. How many people can I need to start?
I won't talk about the emotional abuse. You guys are just going to. I'm not
Forget about that. It doesn't even matter. Fine.
not
All right.
going
What's
to.
the next green positive forward?
I mean, there's very little other things I lied about. Like even now, I talked to the cops this time and said, "Hey, let's call me first," and they did. They are at that point now. It's good. You guys didn't believe me the last time it happened. I did get hacked on Twitter. I've always suspected that
Help
Team
us
Star
out,
had something.
right?
Would you want that today?
What did
if
I
you
just walk into?
No, I was just asking
You hacked
you.
on Twitter.
Yeah, you remember I got hacked on Twitter. I suspected because you were mad at me about the whole iDubbbz thing at the time that maybe you had somebody do it.
Bro, you're okay. You're talking about like a federal fight.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, like come on. Like
I've always wondered, and I just thought it would be asked, and I figured the answer was no. But I did legitimately get hacked on Twitter.
this reminds me of the time that Matt Mundane got swatted, and he told the FBI, "Oh, Keemstar did it." Oh yeah, I'm
Well,
swatted.
I didn't tell anybody. I asked a question. I just asked.
Dude, come on.
I just asked. It's okay.
Of course, I'm not going to have someone
for more
hack
junk.
you. I would go to jail for 10 years.
Well, I just thought it was worth asking. See, I did lie about the dates in which I had those welfare checks. That's true. I did, back in the day, I said that I was bipolar because my therapist thought I was
I
bipolar.
wonder who
But
left
then
this
later we
perfectly
just
good
went
booze here anyway.
and so I probably
No
I
one
dumped it on
likes
there
a
when I
sore
did
loser.
I always told you guys that me and my ex-wife split amicably. It was not as amicable as I wished that it was.
That's obvious though. Every
Yeah, well, I mean, I never hit her. We did lose our tempers on each other several times in the last year, though, and that's very regrettable.
Well, you did
I don't like her.
recreate her.
No, I don't think so. This person
You
is a
planned
completely
this,
person.
didn't
Just has red hair. It's the only difference. Only similarity as far as I know.
Maybe I
know
should
the
swap
name.
to my secondary.
Similar name.
Same name, same
Well, no,
glasses.
my ex-wife, Desi doesn't wear glasses. Those are costume glasses. She just likes to wear them. She doesn't.
That's what I said, yeah. The same thing Jackson brought up.
Which?
The dissociating stuff. You keep saying you dissociate, but you don't actually.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Jackson Clark just messaged me. He says, can't at the moment, but let him know no one that's disassociative says they're disassociating.
Well, I can tell you what I'm experiencing, and you can tell me the proper word for it. Okay? My therapist would call it dissociation.
How would be a good
but
time to switch
Here's
to
what
my
happens.
other weapon?
Whenever I become stressed, it's like wearing a VR helmet. And so at the very beginning of it, it's like the VR helmet, the sound goes down, and the audio goes down, and the visuals go down, like everything's darker. And then eventually I pull back and I pull back and I pull back further and further until like where I'm at now, which is like I'm kind of watching it happen, but I'm also like kind of in control. So it's kind of like telling it's like a cut scene, and then you can see I can kind of control what's going on. And then eventually I get to a point where I just come on auto. And I just
and you see your penguin sliding on ice. I feel you. We've seen Fight Club as well.
well, I don't know, but I don't know what that has to do. That was spirit animals, and I don't have any spirit animals. So I did my spirit animals. Most likely.
You ain't touching me with that
And
shit.
yes, chat. Boogie will be reading every donation 20 and
Bullets
and
almost
higher.
gone.
Yes.
What else can go wrong?
Punishment for every stream.
Actually, don't tell
Look,
me.
at the end of the day, you
So
sound.
what is the proper word for that, Mudahar, if you would like to diagnose me?
Wait, what? I'm not a doctor. I can't give you a diagnosis.
First thing I would do, Boogie, is
Well,
fire
Jackson
that fucking
Clark
therapist, 'cause he doesn't work.
We'll have Jackson Clark check me.
Guys, you're just killing the. You're really killing the
Hold
content.
on, wait. I want to know the plan. I want to know this plan. Hold on. So he wants to fucking. You don't work. You don't do anything to make money. Yet you're moving to a place that costs you more than where you currently
All
live.
right, so let me walk you through it. Here's the current plan.
Through the financial geniuses.
Well, it's my friend Glenn. It's his idea, and I think it's a smart one.
I thought it was your idea. You thought about it last night with her.
Well,
You
the,
talked about
the destination of Branson, that's mine. That's ours also. We had debated Gatlinburg as well, but we picked Branson. But, and we also picked Southwest
I ain't
Virginia at
got
one point.
bullets. My options are
Because I
pretty
own
limited.
property there, but we discussed it's just not salvageable property. Like it's fully overgrown. We don't have to sell it.
Oh no, you can't mow the lawn. Oh no, you can't get out there and cut down the bush. Oh no.
I mean, there's little trees growing on that thing. I would definitely need a higher team.
It's a shame that the people don't do this for a living. Clear property.
Hey, Muta, you were at my house. Did I show you all the work I did? All the boulders that I built, a rock wall, all the fucking brush I cleared. Like, what are you doing?
I will call you to clear my ring.
Because you can't. Because you
He,
can't.
he doesn't have excavators or anything like that. I doubt the Boogie owns a chainsaw. But like, but to be fair, Boogie is a 450-pound man.
I don't want to hear it from another 450-pound man. The best thing Boogie could have done in his life, quit interrupting me, is to fucking go out there and build himself a fucking cabin. You went and did something like that, you'd be a completely different person. You'd be fucking happy. You wouldn't have this horrible outlook on life.
You're right. I wouldn't be a disabled person.
What was that?
because I
Like
would be able to do
6
that.
bullets?
Yeah, if you did that.
You're not
right.
disabled now.
Right. If I would, I assure you, I'm legally disabled by the.
I understand the state thinks you're disabled, but I've watched you get into a boxing ring. I've watched you.
Wait, how
stairs.
disabled are you? Get your ass off the couch
down
and come sit next
you
to the
watch
guy
me
that's
sit
gonna shit
down.
on you.
You watch me sit down every 60 seconds too because I couldn't stand up.
Every fucking journey starts with a single step. Boogie.
Okay,
If
but
you can move
anyway,
60 seconds, you can move 2 minutes.
Here's the current plan to reduce my spending. It's actually a really smart plan that Glenn helped me.
Yeah, cut out the fast food.
Well, we don't eat any fast food. It's too expensive right now. I don't know if you've seen the price of a combo meal. If we buy fast food,
I don't
right
actually
now,
eat out,
yeah. Well, there's,
so I haven't seen.
we cook exclusively at home now. By the way, Desi's becoming a hell of a cook. But, and I live with the chef. By the way, it's awesome when he has a day off. Thank you. But
Wait, you have a chef that lives with you now?
yeah, he's lived here for 3
Oh,
years.
he's
now.
got a fucking commune now, bro. What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna lose my house, but he has his own personal fucking chef.
No, he pays bills.
Gotta make my own ass fucking
And
meat.
the chef,
He
and the
lives here
chef
to pay
pays the
bills.
bills, and the chef pays the fucking
I
bills.
mean, he doesn't cook. He cooks once a month, but when he does, it's cool. I don't understand why you don't understand.
Here's what I don't understand, baby. I know a bunch of people that work at the Dollar General that have a third of the life you have and are way happier.
Yeah.
So wait,
Almost as if mental illness.
you're
Almost as if
passive
mental illness was part of it, huh? Who knew? Who knew?
Hold on. You just told me like most people can't afford second homes. You have a second property as well? I don't know.
Yeah, it's in Southwest Virginia. I've tried to sell it now for 3 years, and nobody will buy it because it's a
Well,
shit.
why don't you just like move there? Try fixing it up. Take it over. It's yours.
Well,
It's just a piece of land that has trees
it's also,
on it.
and it is also a piece of land where I was abused, and I don't really particularly would like to go back to that if that's possible. That's the reason I didn't sell it when I inherited it. I just wanted to watch it rot down, which is what I did. I don't think anybody else should ever. I don't. Yeah, I wasn't a millionaire like Keem seems to think, but I did have several $100,000.
You were a millionaire though.
You were a
Because you said
millionaire.
your crypto was
what
at
do you
$700,000 or something like that, and then you take your house's value, that's over $1 million.
Yep, you had a net worth of $1 million, so quit calling me a fucking liar.
So for maybe one night before it crashed.
Shut the fuck up. You made a video saying I'm rich independently. You remember that? You remember that? There was a long time between that and it going down. Long time. Stop fucking...
It was in the same week.
Guys, God, shut
You can ask
up.
McJuggernuggets, it was in the same week. Anyway, here's the thing.
How much money you make on all of YouTube?
Last month, 1.8K.
No, all of YouTube. Since you've been on YouTube. At least $1 million.
We talked about the 17 years. I'd made 1.5 million and averaged out about 80,000 a year, which is a very...
And how much did you make in sponsorships? Probably at least $1 million there, right? Or half a
No,
million?
I was only able to keep sponsors for about a year, maybe a year and 3 months before I lost them all. But yes, during that year, I think I made close to 200,000 from them.
Yeah, think about that. How many people have like made that much money that you made? Think about that. There's not that many people.
Yeah, I wish
And
I
the
had
fact,
not.
and the fact
Anyway.
that you mope around. No, you're gonna listen to me. The fact that you mope around with no hope after you've already accomplished something amazing like that is so
Well, that was
insane.
before I faked cancer, right?
Wait, what?
Things seem a little different now to me, but
You have a car that gets 50 miles per gallon. Go fucking DoorDash. Do Local Live on the fucking side. Stream when you got free time. You
So
shouldn't
here's-
have money issues.
can I finish the plan?
Sure, yeah, give us a plan.
Our chat completely stopped. Fuck. Oh no, we're good. We're
It's
good.
working
Bye.
for me.
I think you mentioned Chad. He's still standing there watching.
No, we said
Chat.
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 I just looked up. That's why I looked up. He's not trying to get my attention. He's still sitting or listening in case he needs to pull the plug.
He's fine. Tell him to stand down. They don't need to pull the plug.
No, I want him there, and it's okay. I appreciate
All
it.
right, let's hear the plan. Fuck this
Okay.
moping bullshit. Give us a
All
plan.
right.
dude.
So this is exciting. So obviously I cannot afford even with this show and everything else. I probably should not be spending $7,000, $6,000 a month, right? So the biggest expense I have is obviously the house, and so we can reduce the mortgage quite a bit by moving to a place that's cheaper to live. And Branson is fairly inexpensive to live as every time we've ever looked. Gatlinburg, again, outside of Branson, not like downtown, because but outside of Branson, 20 minutes, and it gets pretty cheap up there. And we can actually own like a piece of land. She's always wanted to keep chickens, so we're gonna keep chickens and stuff.
You're buying fucking land and raising animals now?
Well, the first plan is to sell the house, get rid of it, right? And so I should have.
He's
well,
not going to do
okay.
any of this. He's not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what the
Why
fuck
are we
is
having
it?
this stupid conversation?
Get the fuck out
Bro,
of here.
you're not moving out of your fucking house. You're going to be able to make the mortgage every month. We're living in fairy tale land where, hey, everybody, get together and let's feel sorry for fucking Boogie again. I'm not doing it. You did this to me last night, and I had to call the fucking cops on you. I'm not going to let you manipulate me.
The sorry part. I'm actually trying to talk about.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm excited about.
You're not.
This I'm excited about.
Mark my
I'm
words, I
excited.
guarantee he does not sell that fucking house and he's still there 6 months from now. Mark my words, fucking
Well,
clip
yeah,
it,
like
post it on
like
fucking
I-
Reddit. Set a
like I
reminder
tried
on your
to say.
goddamn phone so
You're
I
not
can
gonna
get back
wait,
on here and
you're
scream
not-
at him.
you're
He's
not-
a liar.
You're not
Like I
mowing
tried
the
to
fucking
say.
lawn and you want to raise animals? You know how much fucking work that is?
Yeah, Desi wants to do it.
Oh, let her go out there and do it. You're gonna sit inside and scream,
She
right?
did it on her farm. She raised chickens on her farm. She can do it here.
You sit inside, stream, we'll sit inside and play Fallout 76.
Probably, yeah. I like that game quite a bit.
I mean, like, here's the thing, dude. Like, picture that 90-pound girlfriend of yours carrying all your shit out to the fucking truck because you're sitting down because you can't move because you don't work at it.
Well, no, I have friends that'll help me move.
You remember that weight loss drug you got on? You lost 24 pounds on?
Yeah.
I've lost 38 pounds just cutting soda out and drinking Prime.
I don't-
Since going to Keemstar's house.
That's awesome.
Since going to Keemstar's house.
That's awesome. I don't drink soda, so if I drink soda, it's only diet.
That means you eat too fucking much. Cut back on it.
Okay.
You lost 36
I'm not
pounds
li-
drinking Prime.
Yeah.
The CEO of Prime is literally texting me right now. How fucking weird is that?
Yeah, the amount of
Yeah,
the amount of fucking soda you must
Hydration
have been
drink.
drinking. The amount of soda you were drinking.
Drink 1,500
Jesus
calories
Christ.
a day in soda.
Yeah, oh, it sounds like a hell of a lot more if you've lost 38 pounds in a week and a half. It's only been 2 weeks since we were up there. You lost 38 pounds in 2 weeks.
I got proof.
I don't know, Boogie. I'm thinking that you need to change your attitude. You need to be motivated for the future, and you need to take your punishment, and you need to get back on the show.
What a bright future it is. Very excited for it.
I mean, another things to do, Boogie, is like my wife wrecked our third car, so I've been having to do body work on the car out in the South Carolina heat and things of that nature. I've had
That's some rich shit right there.
Power.
3 cars. You're a 3-car family.
Okay, I mean, like one of the cars I got from punching you in the face.
God,
I literally paid $3,000 for it out of the money that I punched you in the face for.
Gotcha.
just fucking work or something, or like fucking it's like wow, just bitch.
Just get the tattoo of liar on your fucking face and fucking start from ground zero and go win. Get some W's.
Like your whole life is just literally you feed off of making people feel so fucking bad for you.
I know.
This is why you fucking hate me, because I just never feel bad for you. Every time I hear you bitch about life, you're a 50-year-old fucking man that
shit. I would like to make it clear, I don't have any hate in my heart for you at all. I just don't like
bullshit. That's another fucking
I don't hate
him. Bro, you say
I'm pretty certain I said I don't like him.
You're manipulating him right now.
No,
right
I
now.
told
You
him
just
in this live
No.
You hate him. I said,
you
no,
said
you
over
listen.
again. No, you're manipulating him. You're
Flip it
manipulating him. You're
right now.
manipulating him. You're
Flip it right
manipulating
now.
him.
I said I don't like hot chips and I don't like him.
No.
I said I don't like hot chips and I don't like him.
You said you hate
I
him.
said that.
You said you hate him.
You're leaving out.
Run a poll. What do you guys remember? Do you remember me saying I hate him? Or that I don't like him because I don't like hot chips? I don't like hot chips and I don't like curry. Which I guess was right.
Before that, you said you hate him.
Jesus.
You said on this show, wait, time out, everyone. But multiple times in this show, you said you hate me. You have, okay? So I don't want to hear about fucking curry, because that was a little while ago when you were mixing it up. You hate him.
as
You
it is
say
right
you hate
now-
him. You tell me in private you hate him. I fucking hate Muta. You hate him. So now you're saying I don't have a hate bone in my body for fucking Muta. Right? That's manipulation. You're trying to manipulate him right now. Stop doing that. Be real. Tell him you fucking hate his guts. Tell him you hate his guts. You do. So tell him that and be real. This is why I'm saying this. It's time to fucking revamp it. Be the real Stephen Williams. Be the real Stephen Williams. Be the real Stephen Williams. I hate you, Muta. I fucking hate you. You're a piece of shit. That's the real Stephen Williams.
I need to hear.
I have been for the last hour. This is the real Steve. You're saying as much as you can. I'm a very quiet, very down, very sad person. And that's what I do. And that's what I'll continue to do. If I'm not play acting for the internet, and I'm not pretending, then this is what you'll see. This is who I am. I'm very quiet. I'm an introvert, for sure.
Muta, any final things? We gotta get to some other stuff.
I mean, I wanted to bring up the one thing that he's super afraid of, because if we start punching holes, he's gonna fucking scream and cry. I feel like that's where the show should be. Like your credibility is called into so many questions that
go ahead, as long whatever it is, as long as it's not the childhood abuse, I can't do that.
It is the childhood abuse. That's what he's getting.
But you can talk about your mom and dad, just not your sister, right?
Yes, I will talk about my mom and dad as much as well. What do you want to know?
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Like let's
start with
the graphic.
well, no, you've seen it too. Hell, you probably put it together for all I know, so let's start.
I've never put it together, and I actually haven't even seen that graphic. Just scrolling down Twitter. I haven't looked into it too much.
Well, what do you want to know about my mom?
Bear with me. I'm pulling up the graphic.
No, we're doing this, okay?
Such an opportunity.
Here's one right now. My mother never raped me. She beat me in 2012. In 2013, you said I'm a rape survivor. But if your mother never raped you but beat you, how are you a rape survivor in 2013?
Well, you can Google this. It's very typical for children who are abused to cover for their abusers. So my mom died in 2009, and I covered for her sexual abuse. And again, she never had sex with me. It's important to understand that. What she did was molest me, was rape, and I should not have used that word.
She gave you a titty twister, you said.
And she would grab my genitals and twist them.
From the player to go over the line.
Is that really molestation other than just being abusive?
It was designed to, it was in sexual of nature. It was sexual of nature because she was punishing me for having erections and things like that.
I apologize.
Sexual of nature because
This is one of those situations
I'm
where you have
sorry
to,
that you went through that.
watch the big bungee thing. And again, sorry if you went through it, but you have to watch like the big bungee and like the people who make videos contradict.
well, I probably won't watch those. Let's just get it done here.
Well, this is not like this is never like something that just
Looking
jump
for the
into,
referee, just
so
the free
I
kick.
like-
Well, here's another one in 2018 to go associate the last two, where he says, "Your mother never raped me," and you covered for him, said, "I'm a rape survivor." In 2018, he said, "I mean, rape to me means penetration."
Dangerous territory,
And you just said she never had sex with
a
him.
bit more damage to his opponent. Seems to have been the case.
Well, my mother did. She was not the
Rico
person who did that.
Fernandez.
Was your father? Did your father
It was a
penetrate
third-
you?
It's a third party we won't know.
Okay.
Here's the opportunity.
I don't like having this conversation.
I mean, I'm just going through the document here. I don't like doing this either.
Go to like the future. Okay, just think about what a position you're in that you're blessed, right? Like, I just saw Charlie talk about your viewership on your channel. Again, why don't you just go to actually producing and doing content? Like, let's just let all the bullshit aside for a second. You have a golden opportunity.
I'd rather get through this.
Let me just explain. Let me explain.
Ali.
You're at a point in your career where even after all of this, your channel's still doing a lot better than 95% of the people.
Well, I mean,
I hear you talk about it.
other than this latest video got 10K until the hate started. And yes, you're all hate comfortable.
Yeah, but Loki, if you're getting 10K, right, like on the videos before all the shit starts, if you're just doing it consistently, like 2 times a day, bro, people kill for 10K viewership, like on one video. That's like a springboard to start off with. So why don't you just keep doing content and making AdSense
Well,
money?
when I have permission to do that, I have some videos queued up.
Don't fucking lie.
All right. Well, listen.
fucking
Okay.
lie.
Okay. I got a good.
Always interesting.
All right. Let's
Well,
get.
I'd like to get through the abuse stuff first. Let's
No,
get
we're
through
not
it.
talking about it. We're not talking about it. I
made
accidentally
20 videos
laughed.
and
I accidentally laughed at something you said, and I shouldn't have laughed, and I'm wrong for that. And I'm not mature enough to have this conversation.
Well, I mean, can we agree if we're not going to have this conversation today, we're never going to have it again? I'd like to get through it, and if we're
Somebody
not,
sent me this whole thread, apparently, of all of the inconsistent claims. I mean, if you wanted to go through that, we can go through it.
Go ahead.
You want to go through an inconsistent claim thread?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Then I will say. I'll mute my own mic.
I don't even know if I want to go through it. It's fucking dark as fuck, dude.
I don't. Like, I don't. This is not entertainment.
This is not a deal. Like, I don't want to be jumping like this. But like,
Well, then let me say one thing. Okay? An adult survivor of childhood abuse sees it through the lens of a child because you're a child. And as you speak with people in your life, I spoke with my brother about the things that happened. I spoke with my sister about
Ball
it.
under the challenge.
And I did not originally do that. So my original statements were through the lens of a child. Now, having talked about it with my sister, having talked about it with my brother, having an understanding of what they went through, what we went through, them filling in the gaps, I have a better understanding of it now. So the inconsistencies come from the fact that I was remembering it because it happened.
I don't know if I believe anything you say. It might sound like a way for you to weasel out. It doesn't really matter.
Well,
to me.
hold on, Muda, hold on.
If none of us
Hold
are
on,
pushing you,
Muda.
you shouldn't rewrite or like
Well, no,
try to.
I'm not rewriting
after
anything.
something
Listen,
else.
Muda, listen. You
Okay.
can Google this. It is very common.
I'm not Googling shit about this. I'm not a professional, bro. I'm not doing this.
Well, I'm just saying,
If you
I'm
don't
not-
want to talk about
I'm
it,
just
no one
saying-
wants to bring it
I'm
up.
not-
Why
I'm
even
just
continue?
saying,
Let's
you
go
said
back
you,
to.
you
Let's go
said
back
you
to your
did
plan
want to
for the
bring it up,
future.
so I'm just trying to
go
close the
back to the
argument.
plan for the
I
future,
just,
okay?
again, if you Google this to the people out there, if you don't want to, for the people out there, you will find that this is extremely common for there to be inconsistencies for the survivors of childhood abuse because you see it through the lens of a child. And that's not just me saying that, that's just how it is.
You don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it, but somehow you still want to talk about it. I'm so confused. Look, honestly,
Hart brought it back.
This is such a dark subject. I don't care. You're like saying stuff like that's like people are gonna pick on you about. I literally laughed like your mom's spanking a boner, saying "bad boy" and shit. Like I'm sorry, but which is not funny, right? But it's just this is not the place for this stuff. This stuff is too serious and too dark. Like it's not the place for that.
Yeah, we're here to make jokes and do drama shit.
This is not Dr. Phil. You know,
There's like a fucking Mr. Medicare segment. He's the guy that can fucking cross-examine.
Well, bring him on. He can do it. I don't care. We'll get it done.
Let me hit up Mr. Medicare.
But like while he does that, there's no. You're not thinking.
Mr. Necker's in chat, says he'll talk about it right now.
God.
Yeah, he's in chat.
All right, Medicare, make a Discord. Hit me up in the DMs on Twitter. We'll set you up.
I mean, you know, again, we don't have to talk about it, but I will if this.
Now that Medicare's coming in, I was like,
no. What I'm saying is, I still will. If we could put this shit behind me, I would like that very much. There is one topic about this that me and Keem have agreed we will not speak on, right? And Keem, you're back.
Ground rules.
There is a ground rule. There's one specific topic that we will not discuss. If Medicare brings it up, I'll disconnect.
It's just for clarity, so everyone's on the same page. We are not going to be talking about Boogie's sister because she was also a victim in all this, and she doesn't want to be mentioned. So we're not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you.
Any other ground rule? Like establish them all.
If it involves my mom or my dad, get into it. I don't really care.
Okay. Mom and dad are completely off or like, okay.
And I mean, that's it. That's all.
You know what? I'm gonna extend like a bit of charity right here and say, even though I probably shouldn't, like in all good fucking honesty, I believe anyone when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna hope when Medicare gets in, there is a fucking you win, you disprove everything, you fucking Jedi win.
You can't prove a negative, right? I didn't.
No, but I mean, I think you're able to explain properly what the inconsistencies and why they would be inconsistent.
I won't be able to do that for the internet, and it's okay. They will just say I think this, and it's okay.
Boogie, I need you to create a StreamYard because that's the only way to get this to work.
He won't make a Discord.
Yeah, create a StreamYard, and when it's officially made and everything's good on it, please put it in this Discord chat. In the meantime, I'm going to talk to the audience for a minute while we're setting it up. See you guys. Okay, Jesus Christ. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not the place. This is not the place to talk. Look, I want to talk about some inconsistencies of some things that are being said, but you have Boogie in his current state being all depressed and whatever, and then he's going to talk about this like, this is not a good idea. This is so not a good idea. This is not content. Like, we're talking about, I mean, look at me. Even I can't control myself. I'm fucking laughing at boners being smacked and shit. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is... I know everybody wants this, but this is like, bro, we're going down a dark path. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I don't like this. It's Jim over. It's Jim over. I don't like it. Okay. I mean, we're gonna do it, but I don't like it.
Welcome to EA Sports.
StreamYard has been created.
Today it's Al Ali against Manchester
Entering
United.
the StreamYard.
So without further ado, we're off to the stadium.
By the way, any donation $20 or more, your comment or whatever you say will in fact be read by Boogie2988 at the end of the show. We're making that a standard. That's part of his punishment. And then the other thing that's important, and I'm going to ask the moderators for help, is if you are a new member, because tonight we have 50 new fucking members on the show. Tonight, if you're a new member, you have access to our exclusive Discord. Let me explain this real quick. You have to go make a Discord, okay? and you link your YouTube to your Discord. You just do it on the back end, like, you can link your Xbox or all different types of social medias to your Discord. And then it will allow you entry into our Discord. The moderators will put links into our Discord. All the people that are in there are nothing but members. And we have like almost 2,000 members. I think we may have hit 2,000 members tonight or close to it. So we appreciate you. And that's a way to talk directly to Boogie, to Wings, to myself, and all that. Although Boogie hasn't been there. Okay. Looks like we have everyone here except for Mr. Metacore. So I'm just going to get the link. Sending him that now. He should be here any moment. And here we go. He'll be here any moment. Cookie, are you sure you want to do this?
My car getting stolen?
God, I hope his car's getting stolen. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
His car getting stolen. Lock and load.
That's what you have to do.
Oh shit, guys. There's no way this is a prank. He will not do that.
Game is underway.
He just grabbed a gun.
It's cool. It's my fucking brother. He came into my car.
Good handling of the shot.
Yeah, I was like, I just heard a rev in the fucking driveway.
Yeah, I thought someone was
Let's
going
get
to
drive a
stop.
Tesla, but Tesla's don't rev.
No, it's a Mustang.
Can you guys hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Medicare on the line. Okay, it's time to go over Boogie's abuse story and the inconsistencies with a lot of the statements made throughout the years.
Well, first let me say that I'm not super familiar with this abuse story. Moody, you said that there was a thread.
Yeah, give him the throw.
Let's just bullet point this. Let's go through the whole thing.
Put it in the chat.
And Medicare, just so you know, any reference
I heard. So I'll stay away from
of the sister is kind of
sibling.
off limits.
Yeah, because she, like he said, she was a victim too, and I don't feel comfortable bringing her into it.
Pull this up.
Actually, if it's okay, my brother, I don't know if he'll be mentioned in there, and he shouldn't be at all. But also, he is a very sexual abuse survivor. I don't think so. Ever in public or anything, and I don't think we should do that. There's no speculation there. So my brother and my sister, I'd like both of them.
So let me just start with a few things before we even get into the subject proper.
Sure.
The last time I was on this stream, I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to be as
But you don't have to do that.
generous as I could be when it came to the cancer stuff. Destiny come in, he made these claims, he reviewed the claims. I was a little confused because people were putting up good money. I know Buddha's here right now who said that you didn't trust him. Oh, he's a liar. He would never put the money up. He's this
I still don't think he
thieving
will.
bastard who just
Why would I put the money up? Wait, why would I not put the money up? Explain it. What, you think I don't have it?
No, I know you have it. I just don't feel like you would ever give that to me.
If you had the evidence, bro,
I think you would have moved it.
swear on my mother's life you would have made it.
Well, you also said that if I get the bone density test and it proves it, you would not give it.
No, I never said that. Don't fucking rewrite history.
Okay, so if I get the bone density test, I get 70
No,
grand?
you don't get fucking anything.
That shouldn't say it.
You had cancer.
Well, I mean, so this is what we started this off and we got offered a lot of money, wouldn't take it. It was confusing to me. As time went on, a lot of stuff. I remember vividly on that stream and the follow-up streams, you were showing off your phone saying, look, here I got it. I've got proof. It's on my portal. Look, Desi says it's on my portal. I think that's
He's got the ball well.
it's on my portal, and it wasn't. You admitted later on that it wasn't. It was fabricated. You didn't have that information.
Yeah, it's not on
So, I mean, from my perspective, you've been going for 2 years talking about this cancer thing.
Looking good this move.
You've had your colleagues and associates people you talk to,
Cross it now.
probably telling them the same thing you've been telling your audience. So if you can keep a lie up that consistently about something that serious,
the only lie I told, everything else has been true. But
the only lie you told is
hold
a
on,
fucking
hold on.
whopper.
Again, to make it clear though, the lie I told was that it was not on the portal, and I did that because I was trying to people.
Just based on
But the reality, but again, the reality of it is I've still been treated for this for 2 years. I'll
You've been
continue to
treated
be
for
treated
a
for
condition.
another.
No, you've been treated for a condition. You said that it was cancer, then you told these guys, and I remember this from the stream, well, he didn't actually say cancer. I had to Google it. And then he said,
the sleep doctor originally did not like.
Why would
general
a sleep
practitioner
doctor
did.
diagnose you, but an oncologist
He did
wouldn't?
not diagnose it. He
So
called
who
it
gave you the diagnosis? A hematologist?
general
An
practitioner.
oncologist?
General practitioner.
So your GP gave you the diagnosis of cancer, not an oncologist or a hematologist.
And it's not a diagnosis. He just told me that I had signs of it in my brain.
Okay, so there you go. There you go.
So again, that's different than I have cancer. But what my point is for 2 years you've kept this up. So now we're getting into something that's more heavy, right? Everybody in this chat agrees. Everybody on the internet agrees. It's a heavy subject to talk about.
And it's interesting because I've not been able to keep it up. I've constantly changed on this one. So I think it's.
So my question, I don't even care. My question to you is, why isn't anybody should even give you the benefit of the doubt from the start?
Before you even came on the stream, I said everyone's just going to say this is just humiliation. We'll do it.
Well, from my perspective, I don't blame Keem at all. I've seen Keem get a lot of crap for the last couple of days. Oh, this is fake. Oh, how could he do this? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, he's P.T. Barnum. He's got this show that he's trying to run.
I'm agreeing.
You dropped a big bomb on this guy by faking this cancer crap. And now we're getting into this stuff about abuse. So why don't you tell me, before we even get into that, why don't you tell me just the basics? And you can leave out the people you don't want to talk about, I'm fine with that. But just the basics of what your actual claims are. Because I'm going to read through this, and they're going to have screen caps of stuff you've said. So you tell me right now what the real story is when it comes to the abuse you suffered.
So through talking to my family and having a better understanding of what happened, when it comes to my mom, she wanted to make sure that I never left her. She wanted to make sure that I never was sexually attracted to other people. And that's one of the reasons she fed me wrong on purpose. We've talked about that before. Part of that was to...
Can you expand on that? When we say fed you wrong, what do you mean?
She put the wrong foods into me and forced me to eat them.
No, what I'm saying is like actually physically sat you down and force fed you. She just made you fatty foods. What do you mean?
No. She gaslighted me. She's like, everybody eats this. This is how everybody eats, right? Everybody eats pizza. Everybody eats all this. And I'm like, why don't we eat the way they do on television? And they're like, well, nobody actually eats it.
Was your brother?
But no, even from start. So you're trying to say that one of the aspects of the abuse you suffered as a child was your mother gave you pizza?
No, she would give me no healthy alternatives and encourage me to overeat on purpose.
Yeah, but your brother's not overweight, Boogie. Did you?
No, because she didn't. Right, she didn't do that to him. She didn't.
Right, but you didn't look as a child like, well, my brother doesn't eat like I eat. Why is that?
And the defender
tidies that up. As a child.
Did she dress up as annoyed? Like shove it down your throat?
I told you Jim would be able to make it funny. Yeah, I told you he'd be able to.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to run with it. I get it. They're all they're walking on eggshells. I don't care.
Yeah, I like dark humor. I told Muda.
And you're going to love this conversation. So she fed you wrong, as in she gave you unhealthy stuff.
Yes, and provided no alternatives and encouraged them.
And was it just you or anybody else? Was it just specifically singled out to you?
Just specifically. My sister and my brother are actually very fit people.
Okay, all right, so continue. So one of the things is just bad dietary guidance, I guess we'd say. Okay.
And so along with the mental, emotional, and physical abuse or sexual abuse, and it involved getting upset whenever I would see adult stuff on television, or for having erections, or for talking about women.
And what age is this, by the way? Can you give us a time frame?
The abuse really started when I was about 8.
Okay.
The food stuff had started before that. But the sexual abuse really only started about 8 or 9 years after that.
Okay.
And so once Dad had his stroke, she kind of lost the plot. And that's where the stuff came out. I think also, in retrospect, based on the things that she said before she died, a lot of it was to keep me from moving out or keeping from moving on. On my 25th birthday, she told me that she fed me wrong on purpose, so I would never meet a girl and I'd never meet her. Because she was supposed to stay with me.
And how long?
Yeah, go ahead. The family retelling to you about your own the stuff that happened to you?
They've clarified a few things, but no, most of this is from my memory. They weren't at the dinner.
No, I think Moody's had a point. Didn't you say this was the family?
Yeah, this is his mother on her deathbed stating that she fed him.
No, that was my mother on my 25th birthday. She didn't die until 2009.
Okay, and then how long, you lived with your mother for how long?
Till I was 18. I had to come home for summers during school and winter breaks mostly, so I often say I was there for 20 years, but realistically, I moved into a dorm room in the fall that I turned
in the midfield area.
Okay, and so with your mother, let's just stick with her for the moment. So the food abuse stuff, we'll get to that. All right, but
the sexual abuse would like So her punishments would involve just making the physical abuse of a sexual nature. So she would grab my nipples, twist my nipples whenever she was angry. That was very common. I can't handle anybody like brushing against my breast at all. It's very triggering. And then she would grab my genitals and twist them.
Like Keem was saying earlier, like titty twisters?
Or sometimes just yanking them and pulling them. Just frustration. And she'd make fun of the fact that I was fat and had breasts and stuff like that. And then the genital abuse was not as common as any of the other abuse. This would happen maybe once a year on average, I guess. But she would grab my genitals and twist them, and grab my balls and twist them.
Was there any reason that it keeps running already?
It would be because I saw like tits on television, or because I looked at a girl.
Did you have HBO or some shit? Like,
yeah, but also we would go to R-rated movies and stuff. She would cover my eyes during it. I was not allowed to see the cover.
You know all these movies and then beat the shit out of you for watching?
Okay, so she overfed you to give you breasts so she could give you titty twisters. She yanked on your nuts.
Boogie nights.
One of the times that happened is when I had an erection on my own, and she got upset about the erection.
How did she know you had an erection?
Well, I mean, I was fat, but I wasn't so fat that you couldn't see a pant pants.
Oh, okay, you were like sitting there naked or something.
Yeah, it was while I was going through puberty.
Okay, so you're a teenager.
Yeah.
So was this the majority in regards to your mother? Were these events? Occasionally she would grab your balls, she'd pinch your tits, and she'd feed you food. And that was like the majority of the bulk of what she did.
Yeah, it's the majority. I guess I should probably get into some of the minor things. They're probably on the list. She would also be nude in front of me, and then I walked in on her having sex with her boyfriend, and she claimed to be raped during that. And I went into shock. I was going to say dissociative, but Jackson Clark says I'm not dissociative. But I went into kind of shock, and I wandered out of the trailer and just started walking down the road. They had to come and pick me up, and she did not want my dad to know that she was having sex with somebody else, and she claimed that she was raped, and that helped reinforce the sex is dirty. Sex is dirty. I would never have sex. I only have sex to procreate. It's the only reason anyone ever should have sex. Having sex for pleasure is bad, and I would never have sex with this man because he raped me. Then she exposed herself to me very frequently, even right up to the age of 18. She would be naked in front of me. She would sleep naked, and I was forced to sleep in the same room right up until I was about 16.
So can I ask you, you said that you were with her till you were 18 and you left, and then you came back later on. Why didn't you go no contact? Or why was this never reported? Or did anybody else in the family see it?
They saw the physical abuse. Brian saw that, and he's talked about that on the show. He saw what I went through, and he also saw what she went through. My sister, who I'm not going to talk about her sexual abuse in any way.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from your sibling.
Right, she got removed from the home when she was 12 because it was so bad. I still never understood why they left me and Brian. I understand Brian because he was so much older, and I think their explanation for me was because she had never really hurt me up to that point. And so, Brian had his nose broken and burnt and cut and all that stuff.
So physical abuse for
Brian. Yeah, Brian, he got physical abuse, and then my sister got
And then when you say removed from the home, do you mean by the state?
Yes. Yeah, mom surrendered her to the state.
Okay, so this would have been reported to some kind of agency then?
Yeah, that would absolutely be very, very easy.
Okay. Now, in regards to, you said it wasn't just mom, it was dad also. Okay, and then can you go over, I guess, the same thing with dad, when it started, what it was?
Dad really only had one isolated incident that comes to memory. There might be more. A lot of the times he blocked these types of things out. I did block something out until my brother mentioned things that I would but Dad was an alcoholic, and he wanted to try to undo some of the abuse that Mom had done, I think was his intention.
Okay.
And so he showed me pornography. I believe it was before he got sick, so I think that makes me 9 or 10.
And when you say showed you pornography, did he just say, hey kid, here's a tape, put it in the VCR, or did he say, come sit down next to daddy?
Well,
it
was a magazine, and he slept on the couch, so it was on the couch.
Okay.
And he's like, we were home alone, and he's like, hey, listen, your mom's got it wrong about sex. Sex is actually a really wonderful thing, and I want you to know about that. And he showed me pornography, and he asked me if I'd ever masturbated, which seems very weird because I was very young. And then he showed me how to do that, and then he invited me to, it was very hard to talk about, I'm sorry. He invited me.
We don't get into details.
Well, no, I mean, let's get it all out. He invited me to touch him.
Okay, and you're saying that was an isolated incident, so this happened once, that was it. And so the other thing I'm curious about is, and I'm not going into what happened to them, but you said that you've been told more things from, say, your brother about stuff that had happened?
Well, yeah, and that involves other people, which
are... Okay, but in regards to you, though, is this a story your brother told you happened, or is this something that you're saying you remember?
Well, Brian has done 3 things for me in this regard. One time he told me about something that happened that I blocked out entirely, and when he mentioned it, I guess my age would have been 5 or 6, so my memory was great. But when you mentioned it, I remember it very distinctly. What I mostly remember about it was the narcissistic abuse that came afterwards, because it's something that, well, I've talked this over with Dan. I don't know if I should go into more detail than that. But long story short, he clued me in on something that I had mostly broken out. And then I discussed that with the third party, and they showed me their perspective. And it's something that I choose not to talk about anymore. And I probably shouldn't have talked about it at all.
And as an adult, did you ever confront your mother about any of this?
Yes.
And what was her response?
She apologized on her deathbed.
For what? But I mean about in regards to your father, not just her actions.
No, she never knew about what I did.
Okay. So these are so those are the majority of your claims. Now, I mean, they've been mentioned before, so I don't know. Penetrative, that kind of stuff. None of that ever happened, or did happen, or was something else?
I penetrated another person, but I other than a finger, I was never penetrated. Not by a penis or anything like that.
When you say penetrated another person, and again, if it's going into somebody outside the suit, that's fine. You can just leave it vague. But was this something you were directed to do as a child, or you did on your own, or what we say?
It was directed to do as a child.
By your mom or your dad? Or somebody else? Somebody else?
I don't want to get into it. That's okay. That's too much.
And then, when this happened, how old would you have been? Can you give me a time frame on that, at least?
I mean, my mom's sexual abuse lasted right up until I moved out of the home, and I believe that would have started right after Dad got sick, which would have put me about 8 or 9.
No, I'm sorry. I meant in regards to penetrating somebody else. How old would you have been? Were you like 8 or 14 or 20 or what? What were we talking?
I think the first time would have been when I was about 6. The second time would have been when I was around 9. And then I guess I'm a little shaky on this one. Again, I'm trying to remember it through the memory of the child. There was a third time where it was encouraged. I remember, but I'm having difficulty remembering something that happened.
Okay.
And that would have been when I was early puberty.
And so these are the bulk of the claims then. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this. I want to get it from you before I go over this thread. So when we're starting comparing things. But is there anything else? There wasn't like I was in the amusement park and a clown fucked me, or some kind of aunt and uncle thing, or some fucking neighbor thing. I mean, this is the majority of his mom and dad, right?
I mean, there was a kid in the neighborhood that stole my bike and told me if I gave him a blowjob, he would give it back to me. And I would have known he must have been about 7 at that time, or 8 at that time. And he exposed himself to me. He was an older kid. I think he was about 16. But I just walked away, and I'm like, keep the fucking bike. And then I found it later in town.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to open up. All right. So now that we've got kind of like a baseline, right, to go with.
Sure.
All right. So I've got this. This is what you like me to, right? It was the link in the chat.
Yeah, this is what I was sent.
Okay. Let's just go through it. I will try to redact as I'm going through this anything you didn't want to, the other parties, right? So bear with me. This is, I'm just going to read this verbatim. We're just going to go through it, right?
And listen,
Yeah.
okay, and I don't think anyone would fault me for this. I reserve the right to bow out. If I can't handle this anymore, and I believe it's going to put me in a dark place, I will bow out. And if you're upset about that, I understand. If you decide that makes me a liar,
you can handle it however you want. Like I said, I know what you said you didn't want to talk about unrelated
I
parties.
understand, but I'm saying revisiting this. I told Dan that this would be very difficult, and I'm trying my best, and I will do my best. I'll try to make it to the end, but I just want to warn you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, didn't you just earlier in the stream invite this conversation with Moody? You said,
yes,
yeah, let's talk about it.
and I did not realize how difficult it would be.
Yeah, to be fair, I did not want to talk about this.
I understand.
Well, that's fair, but I just want to be clear here. I mean, this feels like a dodge.
No, it's not a dodge. I'm going to stay here as long as I can. It's possible, and I just want to prepare people. So let's go.
Okay, because to me it feels a little bit like you didn't think any of them would be willing to do this, so you said I'm open to it.
I specifically asked for it.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna go. So I'll read it verbatim. I'll redact as best I can. I don't know the names of people, but I can get the gist, so I'll try to avoid it. It's called Boogie's Inconsistent Rape Claims, and it's a lot of screen caps. It's mostly what we're dealing with. It says, I've been doing a lot of digging, checking around old archives, old tweets, old clips, and managing to file a very interesting folder of content that contradicts many of Boogie's alleged rape claims and molestation stories. Some of this is already common knowledge, and there's a great video that covers this, but I wanted to go one step further. But then I'll be touching base on the changing abuse story of his, as well as tracking the supposed abuse stories at the hands of another person. So we'll just start going into it. The changing stories is what this section is called. And out of my knowledge, Boogie didn't come out with his rape and molestation accusations until much later in the piece. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, go ahead.
It is very common, and it is true in my case, that most survivors of childhood abuse will cover for their abusers, and they're also afraid to talk about it out of shame. And that is why in 2012, I would say that I had never been molested. I was feeling extreme shame. And I also felt like, especially when it came to my mom.
Wait, hold up. Why would you ever have to say you've never been molested? What? Who the fuck is blowing?
People asked.
Oh, really? No one has ever been molested. Are you fucking weird?
In some of these screenshots, I would discuss the other abuse, and they're like, "Well, did you ever get sexually abused?" And I would say no.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking through my Twitter feed. Oh, have you ever been fucked in the ass when you were a kid? Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
I think it was probably on Reddit, and I think it's because it happened. You'll see it in these screenshots, I believe. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not screen sharing again. I mean, I would, but I don't want to in case it brings up somebody's name you don't want to mention, right? So.
Sure, yeah.
All right, so to start with, here we go. It says, this is the first screen cap I've got. I think we would have talked about like one or two of these and then I took them, but we'll just start from there. My mother never raped me, and this is you responding to somebody called Panda Cat Attack. I don't know who that is. I should also add that when my mother would beat me, she would routinely straddle me and never led to rape, fortunately. That's back from April of 2012.
It's true. And like I said earlier, she never raped me. It was certainly molestation. One of the things I did say early on, and I confused, I thought that any time a child was raped, it was statutory rape. But people pointed out that I very much need to clarify molestation rather than rape.
So I guess my first question is, What even led into you talking about the abuse in the first place? You said it's common for people not to want to talk about it. But, I mean, here you are already opening the door to this.
Well, when it came to the, and I'm going to be as genuine as I can here, and I know people are going to hate it, but I'm going to be as honest as I can. I wanted to talk about the physical abuse because I felt that, number one, it would be helpful for me to share that story. Secondly, I thought that there are a lot of other people when I've met them at conventions and stuff, and they've told me, like, it made me feel less alone to know what you went through. And thirdly, the very first time I ever mentioned it, people responded positively to it, and this is the part everyone's going to hate, but I thought I would continue to share it because I thought it would be beneficial to my career as well as help myself and help others.
Okay. The next clip, and this is, I guess, where I start to get a little confused here, all right? The next clip mentions more abuse, not of sexual nature, but this is what it states. My father was an angry alcoholic. My mother was insane. As a child, I had every type of abuse you could imagine done to me dozens and dozens of times. It was not a rare occurrence. It was not a common occurrence. It was a daily one. I was cut, burnt, choked, slapped, broken, screamed at, tortured mentally and physically. I could write a book about it rivaling Stephen King. I plan one day to actually do so.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it for the record.
Okay, but here's where I'm confused. When we started this off, I said I wanted to get a baseline from you of what the abuse was because we're going to compare what you said and what was written.
Sure.
You gave me titty twisters, and you gave me genital grabbing, and a story about your father. But here in this thing, you're saying that and you made it sound like you said if we back the stream up, it was like a once-a-year thing. She'd grab my nuts.
The sexual abuse, yes, but the physical abuse was constant.
Abuse is abuse. I asked for a baseline, but here you're saying.
Well, I thought we were specifying sexual abuse.
I asked for all of these. But here you're saying every day. So you were cut, burnt, choked, slapped, broken, screamed at, tortured every day by your parents.
Yep, Brian was too. He came on the show and talked about it.
Every single day.
If every single day did not involve physical abuse, it certainly involved emotional and verbal abuse. But yes, it was consistent daily. Yes.
Okay, all right. So the thing with your father, you mentioned one thing. The one incident with the sexual abuse.
Right.
So why did you start it with he was an angry alcoholic?
Because he was an angry alcoholic. I wasn't ready to share the sexual abuse part of it, but him and Mom got into tremendous fights, and it was difficult as a child to endure that.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have this is from 2014. Now you're responding to somebody that brought something up. They had said, hearing him make a casual rape joke on a consistent basis made me dislike him greatly. Your response to that was, but yeah, I hate how getting raped is a gaming term for some people. Complete shit, honestly. I avoid it at all costs. Later on, it says Boogie goes to claim that he was sexually abused, so it looks like this starts getting talked about. So in 2012, you're talking about physical abuse. Then by 2014, you've moved on, at least according to these things. Right. Somebody had made a subreddit post, was Boogie abused? And then this is your response. This is from February of 2016.
Okay.
I've never gone into the details publicly because it happened at a very young age and the details are fuzzy. Most details come from my family letting me know what happened to me. I only remember bits and pieces. Short version, a few different family members of my family exposed me to sex and got me to participate at a young age. As a teenager, I was mentally abused about sex. Those details are worse than they sound, and I have only told one person about it, my wife. Sometimes I regret telling her, not because she reacted badly, but because I'm so...
Actually, hold on. That was a lie. I did speak to Danielle about it quite a bit.
I'm not sure who that is.
No, she was my teenage girlfriend. She was my best friend until she died of cancer at 39.
Okay. Again, this goes back to something Buddha said earlier too, when it was like, is this your recollection or is this a family recollection? Even in 2016, you're saying this is something people told you about rather than something you remember.
Right, and so like I said earlier, there is a thing that we cannot talk about because it involves third parties.
Yeah, and I don't care about that, but
right. But what I'm saying is, as I told you earlier, they mentioned it, and I must have had it mostly blocked. But once the details were there,
okay, because this jumps a little around in the timeline, but it says, I also found a Sweden 2013 rape claims to be a rape survivor. This is your statement. Trust me, if you've got the cure for recovering from mental illness and addiction, I'm not sharing it. Frank, we followed that up with. Be sure to include how to erase PTSD brought on by 18 years of daily mental and physical abuse, rape survival, and etc. So, and this is something. So this is something you started to get into. I mean, this is like 11 years ago, right? You've been talking about this for 11 years at this point.
Yes.
Okay. We've got accusations against a third party that you didn't want to talk about, so I'll skip it.
Thank you.
Let's see. Again, it's another one I've got to skip. This is a lot I've got to skip about a third party. All right. Finally, Boogie recounts the side of things live on the Killstream podcast last year. He claims to have distinct memories. Okay. This is what I am confused about this.
I'm just going to say what Keemstar told me to say, and I'm going to say it. Okay.
Okay.
With this third party, I had a discussion with them, and I understood their perspective of it. And once I understood their perspective, I had forgiveness in my heart, and I decided to walk it back. So I tried everything I could to point out that my memories of God were fuzzy, and they were, and that I'm not sure what happened, and based on understanding their perspective, I'm not sure. I trust their perspective more than I trust my own. But I guess the majority of this document they are having to skip over involves that. I had a conversation with them.
Let me just interrupt you for a second. I won't do anything, but we're dancing around an issue here. But you were on a podcast.
Please, let's just get through it. I'm sorry.
No, you were on a podcast.
No, hold on. I'm talking to my roommate.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get through it, okay? Wait till if I start threatening to hurt myself or something like that. That's what we're supposed to do.
The roommate and the girlfriend.
Come on,
are trying to pull
let's
plug.
knock this bullshit off. All right, let's get through this.
This doc is long as fuck.
Yeah, what I'm curious about is why were you on a podcast talking about this, and specifically talking about these people and these events, but you won't talk about them here?
Because time has passed and I've had a conversation with that person, and they've asked me to stop doing that, and I am going to choose to do that for them because I love them.
Okay, and I'm going to be as vague as I can about this, not talking about any specific individual, but there is one portion of this that is confusing to me because it says that you settled with the excuse that a certain particular person gaslit you into believing that another particular person did something to you.
Sure.
Okay, was that a lie?
It was my attempt to walk it back. Yes, I was trying to do a favor for the third party involved.
Okay, this is what makes this difficult and messy is you go online and talk about shit like this.
Well, it was many years ago, and I'd agreed to not bring it back up, and here we are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this wasn't just like a one time, because there's another one. Like, what are the dates on this? I can't even remember. I mean, the first was a Killstream appearance, like I said, but then there's another one. Sure. From 2019, a Killstream appearance.
The issue is when you initially told this story to the internet, and no details again, but when you told this story to the internet, you didn't care what that person thought.
Nope. I was very angry and I was very hurt.
You just said this person did this to me, right?
I was very angry and I was very hurt.
Then they called you and said, "Hey, this is making me look bad."
It took several.
Which is obvious, right? That
well,
it's
it took
obviously.
several.
Wait, let me finish.
But what they specifically explained to me, Keem, was, look, I was a child, and I did this when I was a child, and I would never meant to hurt you. I love you. We're family. I've always wanted the best for you, and I'm very genuinely sorry that bad things happen.
And you
need to understand why it happened, and then
you said, "Okay, I forgive you. Now I'm going to go make myself look like a liar and tell the internet that I was wrong."
It took several conversations across quite some time. And then I realized
it's crazy that I can never talk on my own show, chat. I always get interrupted.
Well, I mean, again, I try to answer the question as soon as I realize what it is.
Keem, can you please be quiet? We're having a conversation over here. I mean, this is weird. What kind of situation is this then? I mean, you say, let's bring it up to talk about it, but then, and I'm fine with being vague about it. But then I'm looking through, but then I look through it, and you weren't vague about it for multiple guest appearances on another show.
Yep.
And then you're bringing up stuff like, well, I lied to this, I was gaslit to this.
Right. At the time, I was originally very angry, upset with this person, and I wanted to discuss it. And after understanding their perspective and understanding what happened, I began to walk it back out of love and kindness. And if I'm being genuine with you here, I will tell you that what happened because they were also a victim.
Yeah, but why didn't you just defend that person? What you should have did is you should have had a second statement saying, what I said is the truth, but this person was also a child. You don't have to lie to your audience.
I'm doing that now, but I did what I was asked to do.
But what you should have done in that situation is you should have went back to the internet and said, hey, look, I said this, and I want to give this person charity. We've spoke. They're very apologetic. And I want to give the context that they're also a child. So if anyone's like saying horrible stuff to this person, just know that they're also a victim. That's what you should have done. But instead you decided, oh, I forgot what I was saying back then.
Yep, I did what was asked of me.
Why is lying the go-to? Like, it is not the go-to.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that we saw our family lie constantly to navigate the world. And I think that
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That
right. And you're taught to lie at an early age when you're being abused. You know, you would have to go to school with scars and burns and cuts and bruises, and you'd have to make up reasons for why that happened. And if it wasn't convincing, then things would get considerably worse at home. If they got a phone call at home, then things would get considerably worse.
Do you have scars from the burns?
I feel like this third party.
I don't really think so.
Heard these claims and lost their shit at you and told you not to be making claims. That's what I think. I think this third party got involved and told you you're making wild claims. You need to fucking not be making them. It seems like any third party we're admitting are the ones that actually are alive.
All right. Well, that's not what happened, but okay.
All the burns happen on your stomach?
I think so.
What do you mean you think? You know, or you think? Were you told? Or what?
I don't remember any that happened to my arms, but there's a lot of things I don't remember from being.
Well, I want to talk about something that you stated in a blog post that happened when you were 4.
Okay.
I remember her claiming my dad was infected because she found blood in your fucking underwear. Even though my father was in reality a severe alcoholic, he claimed it was feces in all likelihood, and he shit himself at that point. I was around 4. So, but you had said there was no penetrative sex that had happened.
Not with a penis.
To you, though. But this is an episode at 4. You said the earliest abuse with your father happened when you were around 8 or 9.
I'm confused as to what the question is. Yes, my mom told him if he did have blood in his underwear.
Oh, she was claiming it was his underwear, not yours.
Yes.
Okay, that would be the thing.
Probably chill out on the other.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I mean, we're using it in the proper context. I'm not calling anybody that. We're just discussing what we're saying. That's it.
The other thing was, unfortunately, these are not the only memories. And again, I'm trying to keep this as I can. You said that your mother never touched you till you were 11 or so, but you said that the abuse you suffered happened much earlier than that.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 8 or 9. It's whenever my dad got sick. That could have been as late as 11. I don't know the year, and I could call my brother to find out. But it's whenever that.
You have 2 statements online and they don't match up. That's the whole point of the fucking thread.
I understand it. And like I said earlier, my memory is very foggy. Right now.
If your memory's foggy, okay, you're talking about such a serious issue. If your memory's foggy, don't fucking say it. Don't say it. How about not telling the fucking internet?
I'd rather not be talking about it, and I don't plan to talk about it with you.
You should never have to walk back like a rape claim or something like that, or a sexual abuse claim.
Well, Keem, like the contradictions get more because there's a tweet from 2019 where it said, "Well, she was molesting me when I was 5. Pretty sure that was statutory rape." When you're saying that she was molesting you at the age of 5,
it was not my mother. It was the third party that we're not talking about.
Okay, all right. So that's a different party altogether. All right.
Yes.
All right, more tweets of Boogie claiming that his mother molested him. These are specifically related to your mother in 2018. I feel this way because I was raised by a monster. I feel this way because I was raised by a monster who's actually messed me up physically and mentally. Yet she helped hundreds of kids. Do you mind if she's passed away, correct?
Yeah, Wanda Williams, is that what you want to say her name or something?
No, not her name, her profession. I didn't want to
Yeah, she taught Head Start for 25 years.
Yeah, as a Head Start teacher who was credited for their graduation speeches. But I can't help but look at a person, see a pile of good and a pile of bad. I forgave the person who molested me, so I guess that's a way of probably too forgiving. I was raised by a monster. Again, it goes into this torture and molestation. I mean, one of the weird things that I keep encountering is, like, in the blog posts and the Reddit posts and in the Twitter posts, like, the ages and the dates and the events all seem to, like, shift.
Yep, I was a child, and it's difficult to pin it down.
So how are you sure any of it happened?
Oh, I have memories of it. I just don't. I didn't check the calendar when it was happening. I just remember.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm curious about is, and again, this goes back to two third parties. One saying that you said gaslit you. How do you know that they're not just telling you bullshit?
Because I remember it. I have the memory.
But if they had to tell you for you to remember,
it is common, I think, for victims of abuse.
You think
sometimes,
but that's not actually how it is.
Well, I think it is actually. I believe that it is. I've been told what that it is. It is common for victims of abuse to sometimes, as a survival technique, to not remember some details or some things.
You know what I think? I think that you probably did get abused, and I think you grew up in a fucking really shitty household. I think that's 100% true. Yeah. But what I also think is anytime someone called you out on the internet for something completely unrelated, your response was, well, I have a fucked up head because I was molested.
Sure.
I've heard that so many times from you for the last fucking decade. Anytime you get in trouble for anything, you go on Twitch and you say something racist or Hitler was not that bad or something you said like that, right?
Well, Hitler was pretty bad. I don't remember saying
you said something like he did good things or something.
Well,
right?
no,
that was me. That was me.
Let me clarify what I specifically said. I was taught
Let's not.
School. No,
let's get this word.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get everything out, right? So let's get this one out. I was taught in high school that when the Nazis surrendered, we took several of their scientists and helped.
Yes, Operation Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip.
Right, and so
weapons technology.
Right, and so what I said to Ethan Ralph was, I'm like, hey, here's something your audience might agree with. You know, I guess I know that we learned a lot by letting those Nazis surrender to us, and it turns out that's a fallacy. It's actually incorrect.
If I remember correctly, that's fine. I remember correctly throughout the years of you getting in trouble, people being on your ass, and you being like, well, I was molested as a kid. I got cancer. I was molested, and I got cancer. You know, like that's... Like these
I mean, what
things,
you're describing is covert narcissism, and yes, I've admitted to it in the documentary, which was one of the true parts of the documentary. Sure.
This is why people are so frustrated with you, is because of the lies and the manipulation. And these stories now don't even match up, and you're like, well, I think I have the memory, but someone had to remind me of the memory.
The dates are wrong, but yes, the details are still accurate.
Talk about it. You know what? If there was one statement online,
I'd rather not be. Can we be done, or is medically
we're
done?
close to being done, I think. But if you had one statement online, Boogie, listen to me. Hear what I'm saying? If you had one video talking about your abuse and that was it, and you never talked about it again, like a normal person operates that way. Like I've seen multiple creators talk about abuse when they were kids. They don't sit there and put it on every tweet when they're in a controversy.
Like my brother, I'm obsessed with it. It never leaves the forefront of my mind. I think about it all day, every day. I've never recovered from that.
I'm sure a lot of people have it, but they don't tweet it every day. That's the difference.
My brother talks about it constantly, actually. Even in his professional life, he's gotten in trouble there.
All right.
So, I'm just trying to be clear that it's something I'm not going to be moving forward as best I can. I'll probably fuck it up.
Let me ask the chat. I'm sure you've seen an influencer at some time come out and say, hey, I want to talk about this abuse that happened to me. They don't talk about it fucking once a week. They don't tweet about it once a week. They don't make multiple videos throughout the years. The fact that Medicare has a thread here and it could go, in 2012 you said this, in 2016, that just goes to show that you're talking about this nonsense.
Yeah, what you're describing is a tool out of a covert narcissist toolbox, and it's
You're not really fucking covert, so just say narcissist.
Well, okay, it's not that you're a covert narcissist. Covert narcissism is you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Right? Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me. That is not just narcissism. That is
Fuck
specifically.
even wants to know these terms. Why do you know all these like terms about fucking psychology and shit?
To have a better
Like
understanding of who
every
I am,
time
so
I
can
talk
get
to
better.
someone and they know all these little terms, they're fucked in the head. And the only reason why they know them is because they go and talk to counselors every fucking second of their goddamn life so they can learn about the next thing that they can be a victim of.
I'm back in therapy again. I'll be in therapy. I'll be talking to my therapist.
Exactly, you're a professional victim.
fucking work.
It helped tremendously.
Therapy doesn't
Remember,
help at all.
I'm the person that was a millionaire.
So I mean, here's the problem we're encountering, right? Like the bulk of this story, the bulk of these claims, we can't touch upon it because
Well,
of
no, we
third
have
party.
touched upon them up to saying the person.
Well, no, I mean we can't because you don't want to talk about them. But a lot of this is stuff you've talked about before. And again, you said you made amends, you don't want to talk. But I will say one of the third parties at the closeout of this thing, at the very bottom, when they said, should we believe Boogie about these claims in regards to third parties, says, fuck.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to it. That's okay.
Well, it says one third party said you were gaslit, the other third party said you were essentially lying.
Well, that's good. That's what they wanted me to do. So I see what they wanted me to do.
No, they're saying about just the abuse and sexual abuse allegations.
Oh, okay. They don't believe me.
No, one said that it was gaslighting, but at the very end, Muda, if you want to look at what I'm looking at, if you scroll down to the very bottom of that particular post, it said, should we believe Boogie's story, from 4 decades ago or whatever?
Hell no. Yeah, I don't care if you do. Listen, here's what it comes down to. My brother knows it happened. My sister knows it happened. I know it happened. And my father and mother were still alive. They knew it happened. It doesn't matter what it is. This is just reality.
Wait, you said your sister knows it happened?
Yeah, my sister,
He's the one that's saying we shouldn't believe you.
I understand. What I'm saying is she knows what happened. That's it. I'm not going to get into any more details.
Well, and that's the problem. I mean, how do we talk about it if you won't go into detail? That's weird. Why would you say let's talk about it but let's not talk about it?
Because she's still alive. And
So
I don't
you'll
want...
talk about things that happen to dead people who can't defend themselves, but the two people that are around that could defend themselves, you don't want to talk about.
Because they specifically asked me.
And they never mentioned it before. You went on all these multiple podcasts for multiple years talking about it incessantly, not to do it.
Nope. And only after they asked me to walk it back to them, and then I did. And then I, going to protect that person. And I'll continue.
So it's like the perfect Kafkaesque excuse. Like we can't. How do we get into talking about something we can't talk about?
Well, at the end of the day, listen. What you do is you just assume I lied and move on, and that's good for them. And that's good for me. So assume I lied and move on.
To be fair, that's what Boogie said at the very beginning. He goes, there's no point in talking about this because I can't prove anything I'm saying.
Well, no, there is a point in talking about it, but not if we can't talk about it. You know what I mean, Keem?
Here's my opinion.
Why would you want?
I believe Boogie at this point. I don't think every detail.
I don't believe a single fucking thing at this point. How many lies have you guys been force-fed over the last week that you're still buying this bullshit?
Well, I mean, Jim, let's be real. The guy's fucked in the head. He had to have been fucking titty twisted or something. Something happened to that fucker.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Could I accept that? Like somebody dressed up as a Noit and threw pizza at him? Sure. But we're going into a claim of every fucking day nonstop abuse.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Something happened to the guy. Somebody pissed in his cornflakes.
Paul Bryan. I've heard enough of these Boogie stories. There's a lot of that comes together the same all the time. Is every detail match? Probably not, but he's probably recalling it.
Hey Brian, real quick, can you tell people that my mother was physically and emotionally abusive? Could you do that for me, please? They don't believe us, so I just wanted to have a third party. That's what
she lost her kids, or lost her daughter because of it.
Yep.
She had several defects reports.
Yep.
She had several issues at work.
Yep. Like I said, I don't care if they believe me, right? Like I told them as soon as we started discussing this, no one would believe me, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know what happened. I know what happened. That's all that matters.
But that's the same brother that said you had cancer. That's the same brother.
He's still seen the paperwork. Yeah. He still knows that I'm being treated for that. Yeah.
Just stop defending yourself for something that you don't need to defend yourself.
That's fair. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
To be fair, Boogie, two of us are saying we do believe you.
I believe him. I believe something happened. I just know that with him saying the story over and over again, he's definitely has lied. He has lied. He has lied.
Yeah. I chose to walk something back, and it was a lie. And
I think it's more than that, because your stories don't match up. That's the whole point of the fucking thread.
I certainly got the dates blurred because I don't know the specific dates because I was a child.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you, was this something that you remembered, or was this something you were being told? Because then he went on to say you were being gaslit on one interview, which would mean that you were being told false shit, right?
Yes, I walked it back for the third party involved because I wanted to do what they asked me to do.
Can I ask you in regards to that, when you mentioned the gaslighting stuff, when you say you walked it back, were you walking it back as a favor to them, or were you walking it back because it was genuinely not true?
I was a favor to them. This is the thing I didn't want to
That's a good question, Jim. That's a really, really good question, Jim.
I had new context for the thing that happened.
Oh, so there you go. See, good question, Jim.
So I chose to
there
walk
was
it back.
something that was not true in the original statement.
Well, I'll tell you what the original
Very
statement
good
is. I
question,
thought-
Jim.
Hold on. Going back, my original feeling of it was that it was malicious. But they explained to me that they were a victim as well. They explained to me they were a child as well. And I had that new perspective. And so I'm like, all right, then I have forgiveness. I thought it was malicious.
Yeah, I'm not trying to listen, kids being made to do terrible shit. I'm not trying to place blame on fucking kids. They're innocent. My problem is like, how do we talk about a subject where there's so many different dates and so many different accusations and they're all shuffled around, but then we can't specifically mention something?
Well, I mean, everyone's just going to assume I made it up, and it's okay. I said that in the beginning.
Well, and it's okay. Why? Because you've lied about a lot of other shit, right?
Right, and also because I know the truth, and that's all that matters.
Not that, but because you have lied about a lot of shit.
But I'll tell you what bothers me,
Sure.
or what's good for me. It's like my brother said, we know the truth. It doesn't matter.
And so these state reports, why haven't, that would be publicly available, right? Why haven't
Certainly,
your
yeah.
A-logs?
Hold on.
Let me give Pee Wee Farms all the ammunition they need to look it up.
Wait, just let me.
Hold on.
Can
I finish
that
this
thought?
statement?
At the very beginning, before you joined the Stream Wings, you were talking about apparently you guys were earlier in the in a vehicle, and Boogie was on the phone with his sister, and she was mad because she was talking about stuff.
Yes.
When were you on the phone with my sister?
No, I wasn't. You were on the phone in the back of the truck.
Oh shit!
You were talking to your sister, and she was
No, I wasn't.
upset at you. Yes,
No, I wasn't. I didn't call my sister. What are you talking about?
Your sister called you.
No, she
I even
didn't.
know.
During this trip to New York? That's
Yeah,
Wait, how are you going to sit there and tell me this guy doesn't lie when you're recalling something and he's telling you you're a fucking liar to your face, Wings?
He's fucking lying. No,
He's
I did
calling
not
you a
talk to my
fucking liar,
sister.
Wings.
I don't talk to my
You call
sister.
my wife in here? She was in the truck.
Go
too.
right ahead. You're mistaken.
Wings, you're defending a guy that's painting you as
Why
the
would I
asshole.
lie about this? Why would I lie about this? You are mistaken. I was not on the phone with
Don't
my
increase
sister.
your voice, Wings. Your wife knows. Can she be an eyewitness to this?
Oh yeah, bring her in.
Boogie, I think you need to really refresh your memory. Why would Wings lie about that?
Hey Desi, come here.
Why would Wings lie? Wings ain't lying about that. Come on.
Desi,
I don't see any reason Wings would benefit
hold on.
from lying about
I'm gonna
that.
bring my
Why would Wings lie about that shit?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Wings versus Boogie. Both of their women are coming in to testify. Did Boogie, on the way to Keemstar's 4th of July party, talk to his sister about the abuse on the phone and Wings overheard it? Or did Wings make this story up? We got Desi versus Kelly, Boogie versus Wings, and Lies versus the hardcore truth. Here we go.
Remember when we had to go
Let's go.
Wings for Keemstar?
Yes.
And we had Desi and Boogie in the backseat of the car.
Okay.
Was Boogie on the phone?
Yes.
Was Boogie on the phone with his sister?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's the question.
Even the
Desi.
dog fucking
Desi,
backed
hold on.
up.
Desi, when we were on the way to the 4th of July party, okay, did I talk to anybody on the phone?
No.
Did I get a text from my sister? Remember?
I don't remember you getting a text from your sister. I mean, I honestly don't. I mean, if she did.
But did I talk to my sister on the phone while we were in the back of the truck? Of course not.
This is getting good.
Now the reality of it is I did get a text from her, but I didn't call her. I don't have any calls to my sister. I haven't talked to my sister on the phone in over a year. We have texted.
And after you got off the phone with me, you specifically, I was driving, so it goes, this is why I can't say anything on the internet about my sister.
Yes, because of a text. I did not talk to her on the phone.
So you're saying Wings and his wife are liars?
No, I just think they're mistaken.
No, they're lying.
Are you sure? Wait, Wings. Are you sure it wasn't a text? Are you sure? Did you hear him talking to his sister directly?
This is where it's muddy. You got me questioning myself, but
Of course I do, because you're fucking wrong.
He was on the phone, and after he got off the phone, he talked about his sister and the internet stuff.
I did talk to you about my sister, but it's not because I talked to her, because I didn't.
And he was doing one of these, Wings, like phone up to the ear on the phone talking to someone.
Don't get confused. You have an eyewitness, Kelly. Ask her and clarify.
I got a question. Wait, Boogie. We can
Yeah,
settle
ask
this.
Kelly if she knew I was specifically on the
We
phone.
can settle this out right now. Go back to July 3rd on your phone and see if you made a call to your sister or she made a call to you.
Okay.
Scroll back to July 3rd. It would have been July 3rd, right?
Yep.
Yeah, July 3rd. It was that day. It was the day we brought all that pizza and wings to your house.
Yep, July 3rd.
No,
Ladies
sir.
and
No, sir. No, sir. I talked to my roommate. I talked to Desi on that date. I talked to Jordy.
Why don't you show us instead of telling us? Just show the.
Oh, okay.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
sure. There's some phone numbers on here that I don't necessarily want to show, but I'll send it to. I don't want to
screenshot and send it to me right now.
Absolutely. Here's the entire of it, and as you can see, my fingers have not deleted anything.
I might have been mistaken on the call, but he was.
Oh, 'cause you are.
Because he was
'Cause you
actually
are.
talking to his sister. via
To
text.
be clear, though, you can delete call history.
Yeah,
I know.
that's how you swipe a finger. So
But even he's walking it back. Even he's.
Well, I'm walking it back
because
because
he's
I'm not
being
100%
gaslit right now.
There's no gaslighting. Desi knows I.
But
did.
I do know
I have
for a
not
fact-
talked to my sister any. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I do know
Let's
for a
see if
fact
she'll
I was
participate in
driving.
this fucking shit show. Hold on.
We don't need to
No, we're gonna
participate.
call my sister. Fuck it.
But I do know for a fact.
No,
I was
we're gonna call
driving,
my sister.
And you started talking about your sister.
Let's just talk.
Hold
to
on.
this
I'm gonna call my sister right now.
All right, you're opening the door on this.
I know.
Been dancing around
I
third
know.
parties.
I'm entirely certain I didn't talk to her on the phone. Hey, when was the last time I talked to you on the phone?
Dang, I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it July 3rd, just this last July?
Maybe.
Maybe or certain? I need to know for certain.
I would have to go through my call log or my text messages.
Can you do that for us real quick? I'm on live stream right now, by the way.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
You want me to do it while I got you on the phone?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, hang on.
I'll say something for certain. Boogie's sister sounds like she can cook some good fried chicken. All right, dude.
Is that racist, by the way? Do you mean that racist?
How is that racist?
Hey, you brought up curry with Muda. You brought up curry with Muda.
Because my nephews and nieces are black?
What?
Your sister ain't black.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
How the fuck we gonna know that?
The 19th.
Just the only date that matters is the 3rd. Can you confirm I didn't call you or you didn't
Or the
call me on
2nd.
3rd? Well, no, he said it took place on the 3rd.
I mean, what exactly are you asking me?
Whether or not you and I talked on the phone on July 3rd.
Honey, I never erase anything, so it would take me about 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, do you have a remembrance of us talking on the 3rd?
What do we talk about?
I didn't call you. I don't think I called you on the 3rd. Do you remember me calling you on the 3rd?
Say, talk about the abuse. Say that.
Well, no.
I mean, every time we talk, there's a topic, a birthday or something with the kids. Oh, was it when Miguel graduated?
Yeah, I think we texted about that day, actually. Hold on, let me check.
So grateful to be here.
We did not, there was no phone call, though, correct?
I don't think so, because you told me to tell her congratulations and blah.
Thank you. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Why? What's the point?
I don't know. They're just being fucking...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 20,000 live concurrent viewers trying to find out if Boogie spoke to his sister on July 3rd. This is the most exciting content in the fucking world.
Hey, here's the other thing. I don't think I texted her on this day either.
You just said you did.
I know. I think I might have, but that's the only
Dude,
thing
there's
that's-
no way Wings is making this up out of thin air, and Kelly is backing him up. You
No,
have.
I discussed my sister that day. I just didn't call her. I'm telling you, I discussed.
She never
it.
confirmed or denied it, by the way, too.
Okay, well then you guys are gonna have to.
So, Wings, what did he say exactly?
Let me send you. Let me send you the text
He was
history.
talking about how she didn't want to be on the internet and that she wants nothing to do.
So he calls her up live on the stream.
Yep.
Like what he's doing there is more damaging than anything else.
It's like, what are you calling me for? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking.
I just don't want you guys sticking a lie to me that's not true. You know, that's important to me.
Why do you care? You're so guilty of so many lies at this point. Take a couple
Because
hits.
because I would like to not.
Well, why would Wings lie about this?
He's just mistaken. It's not that he
I'm
lied.
not,
Do you guys find it really funny that Boogie's like, hey man, I don't want you to catch me in a lie that isn't true. But you're gonna let the cancer thing go for fucking 2 years and fight tooth and nail over it.
I did. Okay, so here is what Jordy's talking about. So I do have a text from her that day, and she had seen the episode that we did about my brother with my brother, and she said, "You sure did mention me a lot in this. I really wish you would." That's basically what she said, and then that's why I said to Jordy, based on a text, not a phone call, Jordy. Based on a text.
like I said, I'll walk that back. I'll admit it might have been a text.
So you got a text and then you started venting in the car about your sister and why you don't want to talk about the sister.
Well,
on the
no, I
internet.
didn't vent about her. I just said, this is why I don't talk about her on the show, because she specifically doesn't.
I think she specifically says she doesn't like me.
No,
So this
she likes
is
me
all
quite a
from
bit.
what
She likes
was
me
saying
quite a
earlier.
bit.
What was your original point? We got a little lost in the weeds here on text or phone call.
I mean, before, well, I was just saying, like, you know, Wings brings this up in the beginning that, like, he doesn't want to bring up his sister, like, whatever, and then, like, fucking, sorry, hold on, I gotta fucking,
I mostly just don't want to bring up the sexual abuse that she endured. I know, but I'm just saying, let me clarify.
let me,
I do not.
I have the fucking speaking cup, hold on.
You said you would get this pleasure.
And we got Tim Hortons too.
Yeah, there's absolute fucking movement. My thing about this is obviously Wings, I think, should probably bring in Kelly just for like a side thing, but whatever. This is like a text message. You don't want to talk about this third party, right, at all? Like this third party in this entire situation.
Or my sister, right? Or my sister.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So let's just fucking say your sister, right? Who's like the only person.
Well, no, I'm saying either this third party or my sister. I don't want to talk about either of those.
Okay. Anyways, we don't bring up a third party. I think the audience fucking, I guess, knows. Whatever. The third party we don't bring up. We start at the beginning. This is the only person that can corroborate whether it's right or wrong, like whether your whole situation is true.
Right. I literally have a text I can show you right now that says, "Please stop talking about me on that show." I can literally show you that she doesn't want to be talking. Oh no, hold on. I'm gonna send this to Dan. I'm gonna send this to Dan right now.
Okay, you don't even have to send it to me. We all believe that you have that text. Go ahead.
So like the whole thing is obviously the only people that can't corroborate the situation is like mom and dad because you know they're fucking mom and dad. You know they can't fucking resurrect.
Well, my brother can.
Speaking cup, speaking cup, speaking cup. Someone has the speaking cup. It's not you. Stop interrupting. The guy can't fucking say a sentence, Boogie. Stop this now.
So you got your whole sister over here, or you know whatever third party that can corroborate you. You make these statements and you have to walk back something because you definitely got threatened by this third party to get your shit together and not lie about these situations.
Not threatened. No, that's not what happened.
And then walk back this whole story.
That's not what happened at all.
You know, even literally, as of right now, we're sitting in a situation where we start off and mention, oh, you discussed your sister in the very beginning. You talked to her, and then you know, Wings is here trying to like fucking tell us, yes, this is a person you're speaking to, and then we get this whole side thing, right? You said your sister said that you were lying. That was one of the points that I brought up. Your sister said that you were lying about her shit, right?
Yes, and I corroborated that to log it. The reality of it is, and I guess I'm just outing everybody involved, I really feel manipulated into it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Everything that happened between us happened when we were children. We've come to an understanding of it. If you don't believe that, that's fine.
How are you manipulating anyone with that statement? You've already
No,
said
they are.
that.
No, they are manipulating. I'm being manipulated into saying something I don't.
Not
want to
really,
say,
because you've
but I'm
already
going to say
said
it.
that. You've already said
No, but
that.
I'm going to say it. Let me say it. The thing that happened, it was children. We were children. And we did something that's not even that abnormal for children to do. It looks like it happens occasionally between children. And that's why I walked with them. Because I had a better understanding of it, and I didn't want to ruin that person's life because they felt like it was ruining their lives.
Even when you called your brother, you never even mentioned like sexual abuse. You just said.
Well, he wasn't in the room for the sexual abuse, and he doesn't want to discuss his sexual abuse on this shitty show. Why would he want to talk about the sexual abuse?
So he wasn't in the room to corroborate your sexual abuse?
No, that's a very private thing.
Can we just come to the
Do you think
conclusion?
you think my dad called my brother from college, said, come watch me jerk off with your baby brother?
I don't know, maybe.
I thought that would be the next video. That would be the next statement you have in your next video. I mean,
There's one more thing I want to talk about while we got Muda and Boogie here. I recently made a YouTube video, shocker. But, and a lot of people say I called Muda a liar in that video because I said that Boogie did not force Desi to drink at the party. I just want to know where the force.
Where's the force shit?
Yeah.
For me, when I was going, while you were forcing drinks down?
Because that's why I asked you the other day. Like,
no, I literally like at the party when like fucking shots were brought up and your girlfriend or whatever, your kid was like completely fucking just beyond blitzed. Okay, like that's what you looked like when I showed up. And when people were like, just like shots came up, you're like, yeah, do a shot, dude. I'm like, do not do a shot.
Right, obviously, yeah. No one was
Did
going to give her a shot.
I don't know if you were there. I think you might have been.
You were
because
there.
I didn't see that while I was there.
You were
That's why I
there.
asked you. Did anything happen after I left?
the whole Boogie's girlfriend is wasted and Boogie's feeding her shots scandal that's happened all over Reddit is just not true. Boogie sat in a chair and he didn't leave the chair unless he was getting food or a drink.
Or sit next to
And
me.
actually, no,
apparently was scared.
somebody brought me food, and I only sat down next to you after
Somebody
told
brought
me.
you food. You didn't even go get your own food.
Yeah, actually, what's his name? Well, I wasn't going to leave her side. She was throwing up, man. I wasn't going to leave her side.
Wait, you got food while she was puking?
Well, no, specifically Overflow. No, listen, Overflow brought over a burger. The only food that was there, I didn't eat any of. But Overflow brought over a burger and said, get some food into it. And so we ended up feeding her hamburger. But she wouldn't eat.
Wait, you got up to fucking sit next to me, but you didn't get up to get her food?
Well, I got up. No, listen, I got up.
Listen,
I got up to sit next to you after she sat up and told me she was okay. And once she was able to stand up and walk, I thought, hey, she's fine. I can go do this thing that Keem
Yeah, because like when me and Kelly left, the minute we thought that she was going to be okay.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, what did Keem?
Why do you always say Keem wants
I
me to
thought you were filming, so that's why I got up and walked over there.
No, I filmed it after you guys were arguing. You guys were arguing, so I pulled up my phone and started filming.
Well, that's not my memory of it. But once I saw the camera, I'm like, oh, I guess.
Then you have the worst memory ever.
Alexander, I never said nobody helped her to the bathroom. We put her on a bench in the deck.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever in the bathroom.
The whole scandal with Boogie's girlfriend, she went off. She was hanging out with a couple other girls at the party, and they were on the paddle boat for like an hour, and they must have been slamming them because after she came back, she could barely stand. And people right away took care of her. She was fine. Boogie did not force alcohol on her,
and I didn't leave her side until she was fine.
Well, I mean, you didn't leave anyone's side. You were in the same spot.
Got up, and even then I just got up and moved 2 tables or 2 chairs over. I just moved to the end of the table. I was still right with when I saw her. You act like I was in another room. I literally could stare.
Well, you guys are making a much bigger deal than what it was. Is she was young. She's like 90 fucking pounds, and she had a little bit more than she could handle.
Yeah, she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink, and this is one of her very first times ever drinking. She doesn't really do alcohol, and she just had 1 too many. They had to throw it up, and she threw it up, and we went home, and she was fine.
Okay, well, as far as this thread goes, like I said, I mean, we're stuck in like it's like a Mexican stand-up. What do you do? Can't talk about certain things.
Right, I mean, at the end of the day, what I suggest for you and everyone else is just assume I'm lying, because I would rather you did that than to persecute this person.
We're not persecuting anybody when you're the one that
No, I
brought up bringing
understand.
this conversation
I
into the public domain.
I understand. Persecute means that.
No. You've been throwing out shit like this. Persecute people. You said we're manipulating you earlier. Keemstar orders you to do stuff. You choose to do things on your own.
Okay.
And then people are left to sort through this shit and try to figure out what's true.
Well, just assume I'm lying. I've lied so much at this point.
This is manipulation. You're doing it right now. You're
That's not
literally doing
manipulation.
it right
I'm just
now.
saying. I'm just.
I
what's
think we
somebody
should
saying?
drop this whole fucking like sexual abuse thing.
Yeah, we've been on it for about an hour.
Honestly, I don't
That's all
care.
that matters. Like, it doesn't affect anybody else.
At the end of the day, I don't care about any of this stuff. I really don't. And it's not a good topic. What I do care about is justice. You have lied to the goddamn YouTube community and lied to the goddamn people that support you and care about you for over a decade. You've been lying and manipulating, and every time you get confronted with real criticism, oh, I got cancer, oh, I was molested, and that's got to end today. You need to be a new person. You need to be a better person, a honest person. Cut the manipulation completely fucking out and pay your dues to society. I want that tattoo of liar on your goddamn face, and this audience will accept you back. Do you accept?
I want to know what's happening with the golden play button. I want to make sure.
He's sending it to me. I'm going to take it. It's going to be in my phone.
That's okay.
Right under a plaque that says, a guy that actually has cancer gets this golden play button.
That's okay, as long as the original agreement, the original agreement was that money's going to charity, and that's very important.
The charity is called, the guy that actually has cancer gets the golden play button.
That's fine, as long as you make a donation. The original agreement was a donation to St. Jude, so as long as there's a hefty donation to St. Jude, I don't care what happens to it. That's why I gave it up.
My house, and it was, over to my place.
It's either
as long as you make a hefty donation to St. Jude.
It's either going to stay here and I will make the donation, or Jim will make the donation, or Muta will make the donation. Someone is going to make a donation for sure. I don't trust it with a fan because I think it'll be lost to history if we let a fan get it.
Y'all got to melt that bitch down and make it to a chain.
I mean, it's mostly just fucking steel. Someone on YouTube.
Steel fucking melts? Steel fucking
I'm just saying, like, it's not, if you melt it down, it's not going to look pure golden.
What's the donation you're giving? To, what is it, St. Jude?
St. Jude.
Whatever St. Jude is, I don't know.
It's got to be $1,000.
You don't know what St. Jude's is?
Wait, I thought Boogie was the one giving the donation to charity.
No, I gave up the play button.
He already gave up $1,000 to St.
Yeah, and I already made a donation. And I also bought your puzzle from you, Medicare.
That's why I'm saying, like, you got to match.
Yeah, there's a Medicare. There's a
$1,000.
there's a $45 charge on my credit card. If you want to see it, I'll send it to you. But I bought some of the merch.
Yeah, I know. I heard you on stream say that you were buying stuff, and I checked.
Well, I just wanted to...
And then after I tweeted that, I went and checked again, and suddenly there's an order.
Yes.
We haven't figured that out. Me and Muta will talk behind the scenes, and we'll come to, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Initially, I was going to put it up for
Lord Rush
auction.
says he offers $10,000 for the play button.
Who did?
Lord Rush.
All right, can we get 11? Everybody got 11 out there?
See, this is what I was afraid was going to happen.
No, and listen, Keemstar, whatever the highest bid is, if you match it, then guess what? You get to keep it.
Keem, aren't punishments supposed to be painful? He seems pretty easygoing about everything.
Giving up my play button is pretty goddamn painful. Getting a face tattoo is pretty goddamn painful.
Yeah, but
I'm just not going to show you.
You want the story of your play button helping people out with cancer. That's what
that was the story. That was the original agreement we made.
Booty Beauty
I just want you to stay on the original agreement.
Boogie, I understand you want me to stay with the original agreement, but doesn't it suck when people fucking lie?
You're willing to say that you lied about giving money to a cancer charity right now? Is that what you're willing to say?
I'm saying, doesn't it suck when people lie and manipulate?
So are you doing that here?
Are you not going to answer the question?
Yes, it does suck. Is that what you're doing here?
It's really, really sucks when someone lies and manipulates you.
Is that what you're doing here, that you lied about giving money to a cancer charity?
For a financial gain. lie and manipulate for a financial gain.
I donated my money. Let's see, you donate yours.
Everyone, I was diagnosed with cancer. You never were. When you get caught with the crypto scam, I had to pay for my cancer fucking stuff.
Actually donated to the fucking
That was a
charity.
lie.
I showed Keemstar the receipt. He's seen it.
Yeah, but you're a web developer. You know how to inspect element. I don't even believe shit out of that, dude.
I was a web developer back in 1996. I haven't touched.
I think everybody knows how to do Control Shift I every once in a while. I don't, dude. Like I said, I don't believe shit. Again, even going to the abuse stuff. You just said everyone should assume you're a liar now. So if you know how that actually thing is worse than the cancer one. That's actually way worse than the fucking.
Listen, I don't care. And I'll tell you,
shit like that, bro. There's.
Listen, what I'm saying is I don't care about this one because it's fundamentally not true, right? I cared about the cancer thing because I knew I had not been fully diagnosed.
Diagnosis, and then 4 days later, we were all fucking right.
The whole play button, the whole reason why he gave me the play button is because he wants to be the story. He wants the story to be, I gave up my play button.
I gave it because you agreed
to help St. Jude's. That's the story you want it to be. That's the only reason.
That's the story you told me.
That's the only reason.
Yes, sure. I would like money to go to St. Jude's to make up.
No,
for the
you want
horrible
good
thing I did.
PR.
Good PR, manipulation.
How's that manipulation?
only
You're the one who
reason.
suggested it.
Because you just got caught with this crypto scam, this cancer lie, and then the newest story on top of that will be Boogie donates play button to help dying children.
No.
And everybody will be like, oh my god, it's like cute
Why
puppies.
don't you match whatever the donating party is doing? How about you try that?
I don't have that. I have $3,000.
Okay, then I'll donate 3,000 and you match it.
I'm not gonna. I need to pay more.
I'm not gonna help those kids.
I'm not going to go homeless for
Hold
those
on,
kids.
time out. If he donates $3,000 and you match his $3,000, I will pay to mail you this thing back. I swear to God.
I literally
Do it right now.
I'll do it right. I'll do this first thing in the
You'll
morning.
mail it back. I get my play button back.
Yeah. If you
I'll
donate
pay for the
3,000.
shipping this
Hold the fuck up. How is Boogie going to pay his mortgage?
If you just
Because we're talking about donating to them sick kids. Fucking.
I'm just saying, like y'all trying to manipulate this man to throw all the money he has left into this.
oh no, there it is.
What happened?
I typed in St. Jude.
And the internet said, nope, we're not going to let.
Nope, I'm giving up literally every dime. of
Think
my
about
bank.
this. Think about this before you do this.
Fuck it! Who needs fucking health insurance? Fuck it!
You don't need it. You don't even have cancer.
Oh god damn it! I accidentally donated 25. God damn it! Because that's what's the default from the website. Let me go ahead and do 3,000. Now it's going to be 3,025.
Okay. You said you only had 3,000.
Wait, are you really going to donate $3,000?
Yeah, he is. Like I'm saying, nope.
I'm literally not going to have.
I don't want to see the St. Jude thing. I want to see a thing in your bank statement that says it went down.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Okay. That's cool. That's bad.
I'm going to mail him this play button back. Holy shit.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Dude, you guys don't feel bad that this man might empty his fucking bank account?
No! Wings!
Dude, let me say something here, as the only other motherfucker here who don't have like generational
Wait,
fucking money.
let Wings talk. Let Wings talk.
Like, having no money for food or lights or anything like that is fucking destroying your mental health. He might make more mistakes because of this action that he's causing or he's doing right now, just because he wants something he worked hard on back. I can understand. One of my goals in life was to get a gold play button, which I might never ever fucking get from a terrible content.
Check his text.
But like, getting him to do this makes you a bad person.
I'll take it.
Holy shit, he already did it.
Oh, no.
He donated $3,000 to St. Jude. He really did it. Holy shit.
States, Canada.
Now the ball's in his court.
3,025 for the heart in American money.
I only make money in
I
the
always
US, my
you
boy.
said something about Canada. That's why I said.
Don't worry, I took the USD option. Don't worry.
Do you guys see how bad he wants this to be the story?
No, I just at the end of the day, I
wants
realized
this-
you're not going. No, I realized you weren't going to donate to St. Jude, so I'll take it back.
Sure, bro. Okay. Donate $3,025.
You don't know what I was doing. You don't know what I'm doing.
You just said. Thanks, Midheart, actually.
Actually,
really awesome.
no, I just donated. Here, I'm going to print the receipt and I'm going to
No,
send
you don't
it
have to print anything. I trust you, Muda. It's awesome. I really do.
No, let him show his verification.
Hey, Keem, I'm going to send this to you. It has my address on
Yep.
it to verify it, okay?
Okay.
If you want to get the bank receipt from my bank, let me know, okay?
I don't care about any of that. But
I don't care what you think. I'm sending it to Keem. Just chill out.
We've raised $6,000 for St. Jude tonight.
Here you go, Keem. I sent it to you on iMessage, St. Jude receipt.
Yep, that's $3,000. Okay, guys, $6,000 went to St. Jude.
Actually, 6,025. You still owe 25 more.
And yeah, he did 3,000.
You owe 25 more.
He did it.
I did it.
He did
okay.
it. He did it. I just read it wrong. So guys, 6,050 went to St. Jude, and Boogie's play button went to Keemstar. What a great night.
He's processing it. Give him a minute.
No, I trust that you'll send it back, and if it doesn't happen, Dan, I'm literally health insurance hits in 3 days.
Well, even if you get your play button, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Hug onto it while you can't go to the doctor.
I have an offer. I have an offer from somebody.
Oh, that's why you want it back.
No, I'm just saying maybe Lord Rush. I don't know.
Oh, so you're going to...
I would like to be able to pay for my health insurance. That would be nice.
So he's going to make a $7,000 profit on this donation.
No, probably not. I'm like I've said, I would like to be able to pay my health insurance though.
He's going to make a $7,000 profit on this donation.
I probably won't. I probably won't.
You have 5K in your account?
Do what?
Don't you have like 5K in your account according to like what?
I did at the beginning of the month, but the month has progressed and bills came through.
Keem, what's his bank account look like right now? Did he send you the statement of that?
No, it's just. Can I get a screenshot of your bank account real quick?
I don't even believe it. Be right there.
Don't give them a copy.
No.
I just want to know how much money's in there.
No.
There's a lot of.
Well, now I got to ask why not.
A lot of money. I told you I had about $3,000.
How much money is in your bank account, Medicare?
Right now? Yeah. More than $3,000. After Wednesday, it's going to be way more than $3,000, Jeff.
Boogie, I can say this, right? You are a disaster, but you are still like one of the most fucking entertaining people alive. You are. That's why I did this show. Like you're a complete fucking mess. I swear to God. And I don't know why you get so like down on yourself because it's like you got nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? What are you gonna lose?
My life.
No, you're not. You're not. That's more than lies.
Donate, bro.
You got nothing left to lose.
that's
You've
the thing,
lost
that's all I have left. That's all
your
I have left.
entire future is
Literally said the
W's.
thing that you have, even if you told the truth about it, was a 20-year prognosis.
Yeah, that's what I said in the video.
Right. So what do you mean you're going to lose your life in 20 years?
No, he's saying what do I have left? My life. That's the only thing I have left. He's just asking what I
God,
have
it's
left.
like talking to a Tumblr chick. Stop with the suicide baiting shit.
That's not suicide baiting. I'm just saying.
Yes, it fucking is. It's every fucking thing with everything
How?
with you.
He asked me what I had left. I said I have my life. He said what do I have left? I said my life. I said I'm still alive.
It's everything. Every time.
Jim, you better stop. He's gonna grab the butter knife.
Oh my God, the spatula's coming out.
Well,
Just
guys.
knock it off with the Tumblr stuff.
He didn't even follow you. He didn't even show his account to Keem. I'll show my bank account to you, Keem,
Guys,
right now.
we've been live for like 3.5 hours. I'm gonna have to cut it. But look, before I do, what? Everyone get their 2 cents in. Wings, what do you got for us? How do you? And you didn't really get a chance to talk about how fucking dumb it was for him to donate that $3,000. Go ahead.
I think it was fucking dumb to donate the $3,000, especially since his healthcare.
He never donated.
How you know he doesn't donate?
Because he's not showing his bank statement.
I just showed it. It was on PayPal, motherfucker, and I showed it on PayPal. And PayPal's going to process it through my bank in the morning. But it's already gone. PayPal showed it. I sent it. I showed him PayPal.
Can I send it to Muta? Can I send the screenshot to Muta? Okay.
I can play devil's advocate here. You can charge PayPal back pretty easily.
That's what I'm saying. Those kids are only getting $3,000.
Oh shit! But but even if I believe he sent the money, and I would never pay $3,000 for that gold play button back. I mean, I would never send it to begin with. I mean, like, you did a good enough job not sending me the silver plate button. You could easily have not sent that fucking gold plate button. But you do you. It's going to suck in a week from now when you're going to want an RB slider and you ain't got the money to buy an RB slider.
I'm more worried about health insurance. But,
Didn't you downgrade to the lowest tier or anything?
no, I downgraded to the silver tier.
Oh God, this show is awesome. I love
And I
this
want to,
show.
and I want to address the chat because the chat say I don't talk that often. I talk when it's pertinent because sometimes other people are doing things that are more entertaining.
Wings, you're the best at that. All right.
You know, if we keep going, we can actually pay back all the crypto scams.
Oh shit! You only have to donate what? Another $7,000. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Muta.
fuck it.
I genuinely don't have it, so that's not a possibility.
Floor is yours, Muta. Let's end this thing.
This is the only way that, by the way, me and Coffee have been like draining out the money back to the scam.
Yeah, well, I've donated now 4,000 of the initial 5,000.
He has. Actually, 4,025. Go ahead, Jim. What do you got for us?
Oh, I thought Buddha was going to go.
Oh.
No, I'm go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm not super familiar with the background and the stuff we brought up, so I just kind of went through the thread, and it's hard to kind of dance around it. But just, you know, I mean, 2 years along about the cancer thing, the misrepresented kids, people are going to have doubts about everything you say from this point forward. Yeah, it is okay. And, you know, it's weird to me, like, I don't know, I've observed over, like, the last week when you're arguing with these guys, and these are the people you know, hang out with or do videos and content shit with, it's like, you like to throw out that they're, like, liars, like, Muda won't do the money, and I don't trust him. Wings is lying about this conversation. Keemstar makes me do everything that I do. It's like you project all this shit on all these other people, man. And then when it comes back to you, it's, I'm going to, you know, it's the whole, all I've got left is my life, and I'm going to do it. And here's a,
No, I didn't say I was going to do it. What are you fucking talking about? He asked me what I have left. I said I have my life, man. I said,
yeah, I know. We know what you're doing.
We know what you're doing. Shut up,
know what you're
Buggy.
doing. Come on. I don't know where you go from here. I don't know where this is headed.
He's doing it again. I do.
I told you I'm going to Branson. I already told you.
Yeah. How are you going to afford to move to Branson if you can't pay your fucking medical insurance?
He's going to sell.
tomorrow?
He's got equity in his house.
If he's got debt in his house too, it's not like.
Well, the house, the market says the house is worth about 480 right now. I paid 250 for it. I have 160,000 left on the house, so once we're done, I should clear close to.
I will buy the house.
I got a plan for it. I'd
He
rather
literally just said he'd buy your house.
I'd rather have the equity out of it. It'll go on the market, and if you're the one who buys it, that's fine by me.
Oh my God, you can make it like the Mall Call Live headquarters.
Dude, I'll make it a museum. And like right at the entrance, there's a cardboard cutout with Boogie and the gun.
And the gold play button.
How do you plan to move to Branson? You're zero now in your account.
I'm not doing it today. Would you like to hear the plan now, finally?
No, you're not going to Branson. Shut up. You can pay
Listen,
your mortgage.
it's
you're
in the
fine.
next 6 months to a year, but the plan is very simple. We are selling off my collectibles right now. We've got bids on I just got the bid from Brian. It's $1,800 for my arcade one-ups. So they're going to come and get them, and that's $1,800 in my pocket. My Magic collection's going to get cataloged by Glenn this week. I don't know how much I'll get. I'll half of what they're worth. That's what he generally pays. So I'll get about half of what they're worth in cash, and I'll have that. And I'm going to use that to stay in the house as long as I can build equity, which I project with that amount of money, 6 to 8 months with this income coming in for the next 5 months from getting bought out. Then, when we're no longer able to live here anymore, Chad's going to move back home with his family. I don't know what will happen to the other roommate. Maybe he'll come to Branson with us. And then me and Desi are going to take the nest egg from selling his house and move closer to her nest.
Cool. My last thing, Keem.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were talking about trying to find a good punishment. I've got it for Boogie if you want to bring it back on.
I'm still here.
Yeah. No, I mean if you want to come back on the show, right? Like, I'll just keep this like I said, I was like no familiarity with this particular subject, and I don't think that Mood or anybody else did, right? We're kind of flying blind a little bit. If you want him to come back on, you should let his biggest fucking A-logs come on and present their case for his bullshit lies.
What is an A-log?
Your biggest haters.
Biggest haters.
I would rather do that than a tattoo, so let's set that up for the next
No. Tattoo.
I won't do both.
What? You'll do whatever I say.
No, we just
Don't I control you? Don't I control you?
No, we
manipulator?
just agreed that that's not going to happen anymore, right?
I
Medical
thought-
told me to stop doing it. Medical
No,
told
you're
me to stop doing
lying.
that.
I'm not your fucking dude, I'm so sick of this manipulation. Boogie, I will say this to you. Obviously, I was trolling you. I'm not going to scam you out of your play button, and there was no intention to scam you to get the play button. I was going to sell it for charity, but then I figured, I don't want some random person having it. Maybe it's better that Yuta has. That's why I said we'll talk about it behind the scenes, right? So I was just trolling you to fuck with you.
Well, I like this.
To let you know that lying and manipulation's not fucking cool, but you didn't really get that. You got really offended right away, and you didn't really get the point that I was trying to get across to you.
Well, the good news is, the good news is I'm getting my play button back and charity going up, so that's all.
All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. All right,
Wait,
Boogie.
if I donate a little bit more, do I get the play button? We match.
If I get my 3,000 back, sure.
You take money back from dying kids?
No, I mean,
Holy shit!
Mudahar would also have to give me my 3,000 back.
Somebody fuck that.
Oh my fucking god! And you're gonna take money from dying kids? Oh god! Oh my god! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst podcast on all of fucking YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. On all of YouTube. There isn't a podcast more worse than this. I want to thank everyone. We are #1. Oh shit, Boogie's got to read the donos. Oh, we got to make Boogie read the donos. Hold on. By the way, we're #1 tonight on YouTube with donos. Josh Pescator sent over the stats over, I guess. There's some website or whatever that tracks all this shit. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is this show? What is this show? Yeah, we're not done yet. You have to read the donos. That's your punishment. I don't think you would do that. If you recharge it back, you'd really be fucked, Boogie. Come on, let's be real. Oh, come on. There's no way. If you did that, we would know. We'd find out somehow. Oh my God, quit having a panic attack. The only way you have to worry about that is if you actually charge it back.
They said they're going to tell. They said they don't believe you.
Oh my God, stop it. Get to the fucking donos. Any donation, 20 or more, that happened tonight, read it for the chat. This is part of the goddamn punishment.
I'm trying. Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of a severe panic attack, okay? I'm trying really hard.
Why? You did a good thing tonight. You donated to charity. Why would you have a panic attack?
They're trying to tell people.
No, you did donate. I have the screenshot.
No, but they said they believe I was going to charge it back.
They probably do believe, but they don't have any proof. They can't say that unless you actually charge it back. So don't charge it back.
Obviously, I just probably
See? There you go. You get to the donos yet? I just realized there's going to be a scandal. If he's off the show, how does he have access to the channel? We just didn't change the passwords, to be honest.
And he didn't change the password specifically so that I could do this.
Yeah.
I clicked on her. Frank House was my favorite content creator. I follow most of the videos. I love him like a brother.
Wait. Can you read that over again just a little bit louder?
Frank Castle is my favorite content creator. I like him personally. Everything he does says Frank. FR8. And, sorry, this one's This is on 2. I don't know British pounds. Or I
If it's orange or it's red, you know the big ones, the orange and the red ones. You gotta read.
Is he ever going to give up his award for best gamer for the Game Awards? That probably represents the people who screw himself off.
Can you get louder? The chat can't hear you. You're mumbling. Okay, let's take a moment. Big breaths. Ready? With
something says.
Wait. I think your mic settings are wrong because we can't hear you. Even that screaming and yelling.
Scam Boogie, make him pay the 3K and now the play button to Medicare. Leave something. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Leah. Something. We appreciate you.
Kid behind the camera, that wings joke landed. Give him the whole 20.
There we go, buddy.
Medical assistant, rape victims and cancer patients all around the world. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know. We got real donations coming in here. Number 1 on YouTube. Let them know, Boogie.
No, Scout. Boogie, keep your chin up, man. You'll get through this. We all go through the storm sometimes. Fault sees us through it. Thank you.
Look, that was inspirational. They had your back.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get there. I don't care. Just let me get through it.
You got this, bro.
Shut up. Shut up.
You're doing good.
Shut the fuck up. Janelle M says to me it comes down to credibility, as in the Boogie has none. I'm having a hard time giving him any benefit of the doubt. I'm all for listening to all survivors. This is really hard to accept. I'm an advocate, but I can't.
Good volume that time. It landed good.
Lily Mousse says, I'm not a person to say if someone is lying about SA or not, but it ends up being a lie. Hope Boogie can live with that guilt. Wrong subject matter. Take care of yourselves.
Yes, let's go.
Jacob is Lucas. Why the fuck is Boogie back? He got fired.
He makes a good point.
All Trade Films, make a locale skit for my channel today. Would love to know a way to get it to you all.
Good one.
Join the Discord.
Yeah.
You can share it there. I won't see it, but they will.
All new members, join the Discord. By the way, are you still in the Discord?
I don't use Discord anymore, so I don't know. Kick me if you'd like.
Beside you says, this man lied about cancer, makes you think he would fake sexual abuse. I kept getting your siblings out of this for their privacy, then hold the best receipts for their stories.
Got this.
Janelle M, edited comment, this is the next level fuck. I'm a CSA survivor and this is just messed up. I would never openly talk about the actual abuse online readily. This is why I think it's FOS, body language sells all.
Learning experience. Good comment.
Fiasco Games, when people disclose information as sensitive as they normally become closed off and withdrawn, they don't tend to sit like this. He sits open and animated. Recalling such issues would invoke a different temperament. Not when I'm out of my goddamn fucking mind.
That was a
Fiasco
funny
Games, his body language doesn't change. This is an indicator that he isn't being truthful. Medicare Assistant donated $50. Say happy birthday to Boogie and celebrate with us Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Mr. Mystiker channel. Jay Hawker says, Boogie, if you truly love Desi, you would break up with her. If she has the issues you said, she's being with you is going to make it worse, not better. You're going to mess her up. Well, she and her family disagrees, but go off, I guess. Big man on dick, buy a hat for your hat.
Let him know. Go off, Queen. Go off,
No,
Queen.
not interested. Just let me get through it.
You got
Matt, stop! Let me get through it, motherfucker! Matt Sale says, so only people that aren't capable of refusing his testimony are allowed to be discussed. If they are dead, they're fair game. This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this.
You can do this.
This is why I told you, no, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about this.
Boogie, you knocked this out of the park.
I bet you not to make me talk about this on the show. I bet you.
You crushed it.
I bet you. I bet you. I bet you, Dan. I bet you.
You crushed it. You did very good tonight.
I fucking bet you.
You did. What's going on? You did fine. I think you broke your computer. Hello? there. Oh my God. His fucking... I think his roommate cut off the power. Oh no. I think the roommate cut off the power. Remember how the fucking roommate and the girlfriend... Remember how they were watching the power switch? Where if he lost it, they were just gonna unplug it. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Well, we'll get Boogie on next time to read the rest of the donations. What do I even say? What can I say that hasn't been said before? I can really only think of one thing that truly hasn't been said before. And that would be, Buggy, thanks for the play button. Are you sure it's your birthday? Because I think it's mine.
Well, he lied too many times. He said he had cancer, but it was actually a lie. Said he didn't pay him. Said he was going broke. Was offered $70K to show his medical records and Boogie chose. Boogie, boogie, why you lying to
one of the most controversial online creators. Now, obviously, I'm going to get the elephant out of the room in this situation. Ava is a trans woman, and months ago when, looking into Ava Tyson and, other creators that have actually made videos on her, like Sunny B2, for instance. Now, in the last few days over the weekend, it came out with allegations that Chris Tyson was talking inappropriately to minors, basically making inappropriate jokes with people that were, I believe, 13, 14 at the time. Now, obviously, as an adult, you probably shouldn't be speaking, in any form of candid way like that with a minor. But these are things that I want to seriously look into because these are very life-ruining level allegations. And obviously, I think everyone should take serious care into reporting and looking into this kind of stuff. So I decided to actually reach out to some of the people affected. But the other thing I've noticed on the internet, which I'll mention for fair sake, is because of the trans identity I mentioned in the beginning, this has become a culture war talking point. And you'll find discourse like, this person, Chris Tyson, setting the entire clock back like 200 years or whatever. And if your brain is set there, then I think it's best to refocus and look at these individuals as individuals, okay? You can find tons of bad people in every community. That said, there are a few things that I find inexcusable on a personal level, and it's beyond more than just what people are talking about. So let's actually dive in. Now, in this situation, I like to always delve deep into these situations and really try to come to the truth of the matter. And oftentimes, the truth is very nuanced. Now, this actual thing really sparked into the mainstream, where now there's 100,000 plus tweets that exist now. This whole story has become a trending situation on the internet. And one of the actual, spearheads into this was a YouTuber known as Prism42. Now, Prism42 made a 59-minute, 18-second long video going over the, Ava Tyson story. And they actually jumped into showing some actual screenshots pretty wild when initially anybody read, okay? So in the video that Prism42 had made, they were providing screenshots from Twitter or X, I guess, and Discord as evidence in the situation. So I decided to look at some of the messages that were showcased, and for instance, in this screenshot, it appeared that this person right here was the actual, victim in question, right? Alleged victim. Alright, this is Lava. Alright, I'm just going to use that name for, context purposes. So the messages in question were these, okay? For instance, one of them was from Lava. Check again, CCASYD. Chris posts, I posted some fire nudes for you, please. Okay. So yeah, immediately people looked at some of those messages and were like, whoa, that's sketchy. Ava over here, not $5, pathetic, JK, wait till my Twitch revenue comes in. So initially when I was seeing this, a lot of the assumption that this might have been DMs, weren't really DMs, they were obviously public interaction between people. And obviously when it comes to minors and adults on the internet, there should be a pretty hard gap in between these individuals. Now I decided, in good journalistic integrity, to reach out to this individual, Lava. Turned out they actually reached out to me first. I actually jumped into a call with them, talked about the situation, and they basically told me all the context right here. For instance, there is a rumor about a camping trip where I guess, they met up with the Mr. Beast individuals as a minor. And they said, my family goes to North Carolina every year for vacation. We
Enough
stayed
walking
a very
for
nice
today.
at a nice campground. And
Set up camp here.
away from the Mr. Beast studio. And I was helping with some Beast gaming videos remotely at the time. Instead of doing it remotely, okay? My parents drove me to
the studio and met the entire crew.
One of the beings of civilization is at the mercy of
I helped record some videos and then my parents picked me up and left. This is where the picture is from when my face is blurred, and it was taken in the studio with multiple people there.
The structural integrity of the Earth is barely
maintained. Hentai addiction, okay? I don't think I have to explain to my audience what hentai is, but I'm sure you can figure that out. At the time, Ava was a very public anime fan. I personally am not. Me too, buddy. The friend group we had just randomly started saying he had a hentai addiction because it was funny and
I
good
suspect this place was a
inside
ghost
joke.
town long before the tectonic
I was never shown
shift.
any hentai, and there was never an attempt to show me. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
The coming
perhaps we could assemble some kind of
picture.
device to pry the cell door from its hinges?
I
think his own fear may have led him to lock himself inside the cell.
I was never sent anything explicit or asked to send anything explicit vice versa. I'm not a victim of grooming, and if I was, I would have already come forward. I'm on the internet way more than an average person, and I've seen multiple instances of people actually get groomed. I'm not one of them. Please stop using my name to attack someone. They're real victims of SA and grooming that deserve to have their voices heard. Now, at this moment in time, to be honest with you, I really can't just make somebody a victim if they keep claiming
Much
that
like
they are
the
not.
perk drinks,
And
alcohol can
this is one
affect
of
you
those
in
things
ways you may not
where
expect.
People have basically started to look at this whole controversial situation and wonder, is this realistically, just an actual really messed up situation, or is this a possible politicized situation where because of what, Ava Tyson's, personal characteristics
this hit the spot?
maybe it's used as a political topic point to make an entire group of people look like, groomers and whatnot, okay? But this is where a similar situation to,
His destructive power just may prove useful.
About a month and a half
Personally,
ago.
I do
And
not
in
care
that
for this stuff,
situation,
but
was
it is
really
not
a
without its
similar
uses.
thing where I really had to basically tell the audience, I'm just looking at one bad person, okay? I'm not trying to paint an entire community of people as bad. A lot of people self-report themselves when they don't look at a situation like this pretty critically. Now that being said, I wanted to provide everything for context here. This also said, if you're in a group chat that intermixes adults with people under the age of 18, minors in this case, you probably
appears to have cleared an obstacle for us. His destructive power just may prove useful.
For America, that word should never even be uttered. The other thing is, when you got situations like hentai being mentioned as an adult, when you are in this situation, you should shut that down. This kind of stuff.
After you consume this, I trust you will assist us.
Absolutely have to fucking sanitize your jokes, no matter how edgy you think your group is.
Here's to have cleared an obstacle for us. His destructive power just may prove useful.
It's disgusting, and there really isn't any way you can.
Much like the perk drinks, alcohol can affect you in ways you may not expect.
That I've discovered in this entire situation, where it really comes across as Ava Tyson not a
I will not
person.
speculate as to the supernatural nature of all this.
Actually, somewhat reasonably confirmed through the power of the internet, Wayback Archives, and so on. Now, according to
my metamorphosis into killing machine is only
who had actually told me that their interaction with this individual, Prism, was not something that was entirely discussed properly. They actually believed that they were more so applying for a job, from what I understand, versus actually discussing these entire situations.
You're a creature of simple tastes, aren't you?
You're not actually being upfront and honest about why you want to interact with the subject in the first place.
Appears to have cleared an obstacle for us. His destructive power just may prove
useful. If you want to actually go and, drop some hardcore evidence on people, you probably want to do it in a realistic fashion. Honestly, this is one of those situations where people end up being sued for in a court because they had mishandled evidence and mishandled allegations like that. Now, of course, in this situation, I use allegations very heavily because, again, I don't really believe any of these messages on Discord or Snapchat or really anything unless I can actually refresh pages. But, we're already getting too deep into the weeds right now. Let me actually pull you into the next bit of allegations that have popped up
Here's to
about
have cleared an obstacle
Now,
for us.
because
His
these
destructive
Twitter
power just
messages,
may prove
alright,
useful.
Immediately I decided, sure, let me go check their actual Twitter account. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's completely blank.
You're a creature of
which
simple
is
tastes, aren't you?
Never a good sign, okay? So the next bit of information that came out was another individual, a different individual that was 14 years of age, came out and
Appears to have
showcased
cleared an obstacle for us.
Snapchat
His destructive power
conversation with
just
them
may
and
prove
Chris
useful.
Tyson. Immediately looking into this
I
situation,
trust you will
can
also
see
provide
that
said
for
service
Chris
in areas
Tyson
we cannot
over there,
actually
they have a video recording showing an actual Snapchat account.
Perhaps this
So,
item is
of course, we
connected
open
to the
this video
mysterious
up, we
question
actually
mark
see
symbols we've been seeing.
Tyson, let me actually get this is actually a little bit blurry. So Tyson knows YT, okay? 202,000 followers, blogger, and so on and so forth. They're there to showcase actual messages, for instance. Been stepped up, lol. Thanks, Dad, LOL. Keep it a secret, though, LOL. What exactly is a secret? Let me read this. Hey, I don't know if you heard about my bathwater prank and how crazy it's gone, but my stock is actually sold out at the moment. I believe this is in reference to, I think it's Belle Delphine, or one of the gamer girls' bathwater stuff right over there. Things that you probably shouldn't be discussing with somebody who is under the age of 18. At least I would think. Now, of course, being that this is again a video, even if it is a video, I can't exactly 100% verify
adequate lighting to facilitate our endeavors.
use the phrase
in love.
but it's pretty serious.
I'm so in love with that girl.
People are willing to talk about like those.
My first question to you is that a real thing, or is this sort of just a figure of speech to say that you like somebody a lot?
With one of the largest
I think
channels on YouTube.
a big difference between liking somebody a lot and being in love with somebody. You can like somebody a lot and not be in love with
This is the
them.
best Snapchat I've ever seen.
I'm intolerant to sugar and dairy. Hope that neither is an ingredient in this beverage.
Group of people, including allegedly one minor.
I know, dude. I was inside of that egg and watch her.
香港コミュニティラジオ
This may be essential to our survival. I hope this fact is lost on Storager.
Whoa, okay, I'm just gonna cut that right short, okay? You already had me
Please,
on come inside
make me stronger.
people,
That's
right?
all I ask.
Not happening in my book. It's a little haram.
I hope he gets cancer in the mouth.
I gotta say that is one of the not good places.
I hope he goes his entire life not smoking a single cigarette, and then when he gets 80, he just gets with some dude with some cancer. He shoves it in his mouth and gets
Well, yeah, again, if there's one minor in there, probably not a good thing
I
to be
reserve the
saying.
right to change my mind.
And of course, they started to also throw up our
Double points.
Hey, Storager! Yeah, you see that little tube with an X next to it? It means twice as much!
Now, again, in this scenario, for instance, I wanted to see, hey, is this actually valid? Is this somebody's real actual account? And so I decided to look up Wayback Machine archives of this possible Snapchat account. So it turns out that account actually exists right here. It's an Ava Tyson account, actually with 211,000 subscribers. And yes, you can see that this is the
Complain about ammo, but what good would it do? No good deed goes unpunished. Deed was even good.
So immediately, where is this account now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like it's deleted. So according to Snapchat as of now, that account doesn't seem to exist. Now, to me, anytime an account gets deleted like that, especially so
Perhaps we
quickly
can
after
find a way to trigger such blasts at a time of our own choosing.
find, really reassuring, so to speak. That also being
I myself
said,
have
when it
something
comes
of
to
an intolerance to sugar.
messages like this, especially when they appear to be stories that are publicly posted that are being mixed with media, kind of how much not exactly that about the thing about it is, obviously, I haven't read these messages.
After you consume this, I trust you will assist us.
So everything that I see on the screen, I take with a complete grain of salt in this situation. I think a lot of the interactions in that Discord.
Some people around here think that fanning the hammer looks cool. I find it tiresome.
Whatnot. These are not okay conversations. Making when a minor.
Perhaps this liquor bottle may be useful.
So anyways, when I look at messages from all these people, I actually decided to reach out to the individuals in question the best that I can, and it really seems like whatever is actually really isn't there. Now you might be wondering, okay, Muda, that's really what it is, then what's next? Well, what really comes next at this point, ladies and gentlemen, is the darker side. Now, just because these two big things are not exactly substantiated enough for me to make a video on, what I'm about to show you is actually really disgusting, again, from my perspective. Now, to understand this next section, you have to understand an artist known as
Clear the obstacle for us! This destructive power just made
YouTuber and artist known for creating
must face the horror in order to locate an item of indeterminate purpose.
art, and most importantly, art that some would consider
My vision is already towards 20. Some birds of prey are thought to possess 20.
looking individuals, they individuals that some would classify resemble those under the age of 18. Now, this alone is not necessarily something that is completely illegal. In fact,
At this juncture, I should perhaps try with my other weapon.
I personally don't care much for this art style and find it reprehensible in my personal opinion. But where it gets really, really scary is when you actually come across an individual
This item is connected to the mysterious question mark symbols we've been seeing.
dirty depictions of actual minors. Now, one of those infamous characters.
Surely one of my weapons has ammo?
Keemstar has a daughter, and at the time, the daughter was 7 years old.
I will return more suitably equipped.
This individual, in a disgusting manner, okay, a sexualized manner, which of course obviously shouldn't have happened. And in fact, friend of the channel, Colossalus Crazy, actually even confronted him on this situation. Listen to this.
Hello, Colossal, yes I can. No problem.
Brawlers will regret their hostility when the big guy shows up!
I was not calling you. I was not calling you. Sure. What I did was say what you did by drawing this picture. Getting website.
Maximum effectiveness? No. That's a good thing you weren't here a minute ago.
Max ammo! Totally understand. You understand that it was obviously part of the controversial nature of the picture to post it under such context. Yes. I would have never.
To distract my thoughts from the utter hopelessness of my situation.
Obviously, she's not. I do feel like there are.
No one can shower. Revenge is my only recourse.
Totally agree. Yes, totally agree. Colossal, I respect you like a hell of a lot. Just like man, if you think it would be better for me to take him down, I would take him down just out of respect to you. I'll take it down if you want. Yeah? I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna take it down out of respect.
Your collective mass speaks volumes.
And obviously it's gonna be.
Oh, how I wish for the comfort of full auto.
This is not something that even Ava, I should probably disagree.
Sacrifice to your life if it wasn't for your incessant grabbing.
We'll tell them that, yes.
My hands are chafing from this repetitive action.
Artist chat name. In a disgusting manner. That's a note fact, according to this Keemstar film. Privately, me and Chris even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago.
exhausting.
Carpenter!
I shall never be able to scrub this wretched stench from my skin.
They go down to obscenity law and minor federal law.
Describe that as a microtransaction.
Any transfer and or
This weapon is clearly empty, but what of my other?
to a minor under the age of 16, including over the internet, is punishable under federal law. It is also illegal to use misleading website domain names with intent to deceive a minor and viewing harmful or obscene materials. For example, using a cartoon character or
my primary is empty.
Programs.
But what of my
in this
secondary?
next paragraph, again, in addition, visual representations such as drawings, cartoons, or paintings that appear to depict minors.
I don't recall ever
engaged in
seeing a
activities
shotgun with bolt-up conversion.
Obscene are also illegal under
Over the
federal law. So
years, the
drawing,
FAL has established itself as one of the all-time classic semi-automatic rifles.
illegal under federal law. Okay, so again, because this never went to a court, obviously I'm just bringing up to show you what obscenity law is and how it's actually not protected. And the legality of some of these images are in question. Point of the matter is, with an artist like this producing content, you probably never want to financially support them whatsoever. Now again, the reason why Shad Man was brought up into the story is yours truly, David Tyson, posting bonus fidget spinners. Again, I actually have the Wayback Machine link right over here, so no, this wasn't an inspect element, and this came right from the actual horse's mouth. Really like to throw in some extra autism and Shadface. Now, this moment in time, I have to censor a lot of this image because it appears to be somebody that is not the age of 18, somebody that would fit that lowly criteria, so to speak. Now, this was posted all the way back in 2017, so it wasn't that far off.
I have a feeling that something is slightly amiss with this particular maze.
But again, where people get really freaked out about it is when they start to look at frames of older videos on the Beast channel, and they find that, you've got these individuals sitting down, and you got Jimmy staring at what appears to be the same exact image hung up on the wall, okay? Allegedly at, Amos' home. Now, there's one thing supporting a pretty terrible artist in that regard, another thing hanging up that filth in your fucking house. Now, I think that's a rightful thing to criticize anybody for, and it doesn't have anything to do with their intrinsic characteristics, like being transgender. It has more to do with them being a fucking weird person. So again, because of the scrutiny that this individual gets, what effectively happened was old Reddit accounts started popping up. Now, according to the internet, they started to look into older accounts right over here and found that they went to a Reddit account known as Tyson Boy 34. One that we'll find out actually had a YouTube channel later on. It gets even weirder. So, according to archives that were captured, Tyson Boy would basically just post things like no second monitor to have hentai constantly playing, not good enough for this boy, allegedly being posted. And of course you had other things like Shatman is gonna love this. What would Shatman allegedly love? The Pixar's Incredible 2 trailer. Woo! There's nothing. For instance, 4chan, right here, 4chan Tyson Boy.
From the moment you flashed me, your fate was sealed.
Why would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D?
Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Horses can and will bite if provoked.
The internet, man. 3D, lowly, gang. Oh! To me, now, obviously, some of these are dirtier jokes, but
I admit to being perplexed by the localized nature of such a blast.
The one mention about Shatman really wasn't something that I was comfortable reading. So, of course, throughout all this, ladies and gentlemen, the next bit that I'm about to show you is probably the reason that I'm even making this video to begin with. Now, one of the things that was posted by David Tyson was something alleged to their old YouTube channel where they were sharing revenge, photography photos with their actual audience of famous Nickelodeon star Jeanette McCurdy. So when I saw this in a video, immediately in my head,
They say a problem shared is a problem halved. They are wrong.
Okay, because again, with the internet, when you share things around and you don't do a modicum of research when you look up the actual archive, then you are possibly slandering an individual. So to go down the rabbit hole,
you left me no other recourse.
That you saw in that allegation actually belongs to Chris Tyson. Let's go look up things like the Mr. Beast Wiki, where they actually go to Chris Tyson, and they start showing the Tyson YouTube channel. So that one apparently doesn't exist. YouTube.com/C/Chris. Okay. So anyways, looking up again older accounts, for instance, right over here, I look up Tyson Boy 34. Again, name pretty similar to the Reddit account. You can see that Tyson Boy 34 posted a video called Call of Duty Ghost Dogs Make Me Rage. 28-second clip, and it appears to show what who is.
Though capable of fast opening fire rate, slower sustained fire rate is considerably more accurate.
Max ammo!
Ah, this is most fortuitous! Most fortuitous indeed! Crawlers are such a pain! Can't we enlist some help here?
Mr. Beast channel, and again, it takes a simple click on this to see that yes, this is the actual Mr. Beast channel.
We now have a means to credit at a substantially increased rate.
When I looked at a lot of these big YouTube
Fortunately, this weapon does not require that I am quick on the draw.
YouTube profile, their wiki description over here. One of the things that they also went to from here was that Tyson Boy 34 account. Now again, this, with the interaction of Mr. Beast, obviously, there is a reasonable expectation that this belongs to Ava Tyson, okay?
A mighty ray gun! Such power packed into a petite package!
10 years ago, with 85,000 views, Jeanette McCurdy picture leak info plus link.
Listen to me, all of you! Maintain a respectful distance at all times!
Yeah, I decided to click down and...
You will die, foul creature!
10 years ago, long before the days of artificial intelligence.
For you, death came swiftly!
Ava Tyson back in the day has to say.
Perhaps I am secreting some kind of pheromone that draws these beasts to my location. I will not expend a moment's thought imagining a magic hammer and nails.
First off, the story is she sent pictures to her boyfriend, or now boyfriend, and he linked them out, and she is a Nickelodeon star on the show,
So, before everybody goes, Butt Muda, he was like young back then. To give an idea, I believe that Ava Tyson was born in 96, I'm 94. So, back in 2014,
hey, are you even cognizant of your degrees for this count?
Yeah, you're looking at somebody who would probably be like 18 years of age.
I return the favor in kind!
I knew at the time, okay, uploading, even when I was 16, 18, 20, whatever, uploading images that an ex-boyfriend leaked out of somebody, or an ex-girlfriend leaked out, falls under what is known as revenge pornography. It is never okay, alright? Just because you are a minor at the time, telling people, hey, go to this link, or check this out. Maybe I'm not endorsing it, but I'll definitely link it in my YouTube channel. That's never okay, alright? 100%. It's a shady, disgusting thing to do. And again, for people who are like, but this was 10 years ago, Buddha, people change.
Distance in this matter.
This is the same group of people that will immediately dog.
I suspect we are beyond reaching a peaceful solution.
Find in my past to use against me. So, yeah.
Zero.
I really don't give a fuck if people are looking up things in the past.
Huh, you know what? I think I know who designed this device.
Doesn't age well, okay, at all, alright? It's disgusting back then, it is known to be disgusting back then, and it is disgusting now. Let's listen more.
Same cat. And so first off, she'll probably see me
Without hope of greater joy.
Taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the links in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to look at somebody else's business, but I know that people might want to see them so that it's there if you want.
I'm not endorsing anybody check out revenge pornography or leaked photos. But yeah, links in the description below, bro.
Just say
shit. You know, it's kind of crazy how people are like, whoa. You know, maybe you shouldn't be sharing somebody's personal, private stuff, even if it is available on a public, clear-net page on the internet. Probably isn't good to share it. And yes, this person is a giant hypocrite based on what I'm about to show you.
First off, what I can say is that when you see people that delete
without hope
news from high school and that girl killed herself. It's a tragic story, like, obviously, yeah, I believe it. But, people are crazy. It's entertaining.
So you bring up some cockroach e-celebrity shitbag like Brad Wilson and thinking, yeah, it's okay now if I do it. Anyways, you go to their actual link, I shit you not, they actually still have one that goes to Hollywood Live. So yeah, even tagged it up and everything. I do not support the leak, and I'm not condoning that. Oh, you just did the actual link right there. And yes, it is the actual link, because when I put it in to play back the game, I do put off what appears to be leaked images that should not have been leaked and shared around. And yes, this person literally linked to a website right there. Now, this actually baffles me because I would think, damn, you know, why would anybody like this do that kind of behavior? And again, going back to Eva Tyson's page, I decided, man, maybe I should ask them about all of this stuff straight up. So I noticed, wow, I have the messages, but I have DMs with Eva Tyson. I don't remember having any DM information or contact. Turns out, ladies and gentlemen, she actually did try contacting me at some point in May 13. What did I do in May? I talked about Keppels. And because of this, it basically sparked a bit of a, transgender panic and discussion on, a lot of popular Reddit forums. And to this day, I'm still basically fighting off accusations of transphobia. Now, Chris hits me up in the middle of a drive back home from New York and says, so glad you said there's legit info on Kiwi. She's referring to Kiwi Farms. Legit being people telling people to go to my house and, do something bad. That website is the reason my child has a gun pointed at him by cops. They rename my family businesses on Google, harass and dox my family members to the point where they don't talk to me anymore, and are the reasons I had to move. So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, where transphobia is encouraged by the creator who enjoys and has encouraged doxes of me, because they think that I am a Jewish person being paid by Disney to transition. Now, this is a very wild accusation, because if Ava took maybe even 5 minutes out of her life to watch the video that she is so hard on criticizing, then she would realize that I actually decry what the actual website would do if it means harassing and doxing anyone. There's no actual, way that anybody can approve of that kind of behavior. It's fucked up. But I believe the reason why, Chris Tyson dislikes a lot of message boards and image boards at places like Kiwi Farms is they're the only people that are actually cataloging archivings of this stuff right there. A lot of creators and researchers on the internet and people who dig up stuff like this actually use that website. And I'm just going to be honest, that's just how it kind of works behind the scenes. Anybody that says otherwise, most often than not, is a little too cowardly to admit they've maybe accessed the website. But to give you an idea about this situation, I don't condone any of this negative behavior, especially when people are harassing and doxing and attacking family members or even the person themselves. There's just no justification for it. But I find it very hypocritical how this person, even if it's 10 years ago, felt that they decided to put a link to another girl's nudes. Young girl, by the way. Obviously, she didn't enjoy that whatsoever. It was disgusting then, and it's disgusting now. How this person, even if I didn't even directly link any of those, if I never do anything like that on my channel anyways, and they're getting mad at me for linking people in some weird proxy way to personal information, even though I very much am not. This is incredibly hypocritical, and one of the things that fucking made me laugh when I was putting the docket together for this video on such short notice. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think that David Tyson is a good person. I think Mr. Beast keeps some bad company. And there are actual situations in Chad Vance and the Genetic Curry situation that are incredibly disgusting things that should absolutely be left with complete strangers. These things are behind waves of grooming or, these messages being shared that are still yet to be properly confirmed or actually vetted. I feel like if you want to nail somebody for disgusting behavior, you might as well stick to things that are actually a little bit more solid than just major Discord messages or Snapchat messages or whatnot. Look, I think, I love a local artist, and it's not just Ava that did it, by the way. There's plenty of Newground artists that have done this behavior. She did have an attached to it as well, too. As well as plenty of other, e-girls on the internet, things like that, cute sunset girl as well too. I believe even you've got individuals like Aaron Hansen or people related to those. But the point is, we're not throwing Chris Tyson exclusively as a muscle. I'm just saying there's a group of people back then who decided to be attracted to this disgusting artist, and that's not a good look, alright? Putting up art like that is not a good look. And again, this Jeanette McCurdy stuff, it is actually disgusting to look at. It makes me want to look at it for a while, because it's filthy. But yeah, David Tyson, all the way in the internet, and honestly deep diving into this individual, not making look at them with a clean bill of health. Absolutely disgusting behavior, but not something that honestly really shocks me, given how much this person just constantly tries to hide away. In this entire editing process so far, Chris Tyson actually ended up coming out with an actual apology. Or a non-apology, as I would say. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments, and if it hurt or offended anyone. It's not my intent.
香港コミュニティラジオ
across the city with our names, right?
Every day I see my name.